In a tunesbyblog.com.
Papi, why you coming from your breathing like that?
My daughter. Hey, my daughter, yeah. The old people can say that curiosity kill a cow. Why you no problem again?
Papi, I really don't have problem. But the way you breathing, sir, it's like you running somewhere.
My daughter, ha yaka. If I give you the little G's, you yourself will be running to the same player running. So you just hold it there.
Papi, Papi, play on me now, lay on me. You know I your daughter too now.
My daughter, guess what? I had to run away from Wego. Ha yaka. Tuesday and Thursday, they got one show in town they call it Logan's Hour. Man, that boy can talk the thing that are happening in Indiana. Even when you steal, even you doing wrong thing, the boy will talk it. You doing the right thing, the boy will praise you.
For real, Papi? No, they're that kind of thing that we want here all time, yeah.
My daughter, I'm telling you, let me tell you now. Logan's Hour come on every Tuesday and Thursday, 6 o'clock p.m. And when you want to watch Logan Hour, you gotta be on time, or else you will watch the show after the show. But guess what?
What, Papi?
Just go to Facebook and subscribe to Logan Hour. You go to YouTube, you subscribe to Logan Hour. Anytime Logan Hour coming on, you will get notification. That the notification made me running at the door, my daughter, because I won't be laying back in my living room, man, and get ready to call on that show.
Papi, thank you so much for the information. But see Tommy walking, coming it out. I don't know if I ate he looking at too. Oh, Tommy! Tommy!
Oh, what's that? What you calling my name like that for? What you calling my name like that for? Take your time and you get. I'm watching my Looking Hour. Don't got distract me, yo. Wait now. If you ain't got what to do right now, we're already enjoying ourselves. You better get involved with the fries, girl. Tommy? So you today, Papi, was telling me that serious thing? I'm going to look for Looking Hour, yeah. Papi, thank you. Thank you for telling me about Looking Hour.
My daughter, now Ada, don't say I'll tell you. Bye.
In a tunesbyblog.com.
Papi, why you coming from your breathing like that?
My daughter. Hey, my daughter, yeah. The old people can say that curiosity kill a cow. Why you no problem again?
Papi, I really don't have problem. But the way you breathing, sir, it's like you running somewhere.
My daughter, ha yaka. If I give you the little G's, you yourself will be running to the same player running. So you just hold it there.
Papi, Papi, play on me now, lay on me. You know I your daughter too now.
My daughter, guess what? I had to run away from Wego. Ha yaka. Tuesday and Thursday, they got one show in town they call it Logan's Hour. Man, that boy can talk the thing that are happening in Indiana. Even when you steal, even you doing wrong thing, the boy will talk it. You doing the right thing, the boy will praise you.
For real, Papi? No, they're that kind of thing that we want here all time, yeah.
My daughter, I'm telling you, let me tell you now. Logan's Hour come on every Tuesday and Thursday, 6 o'clock p.m. And when you want to watch Logan Hour, you gotta be on time, or else you will watch the show after the show. But guess what?
What, Papi?
Just go to Facebook and subscribe to Logan Hour. You go to YouTube, you subscribe to Logan Hour. Anytime Logan Hour coming on, you will get notification. That the notification made me running at the door, my daughter, because I won't be laying back in my living room, man, and get ready to call on that show.
Papi, thank you so much for the information. But I see Tommy walking, coming it out. I don't know if he looking at too. Oh, Tommy! Tommy!
Oh, what's that? What you calling my name like that for? What you calling my name like that for? Take your time and you get. I'm watching my looking hour. Don't got distract me, yo. Wait now. If you ain't got what to do right now, we're already enjoying ourselves. You better get involved with the fries, girl. Tommy, so that today, Papi was telling me that seriously? I want to look for looking hour, yeah. Papi, thank you. Thank you for telling me about looking hour.
My daughter, now ain't there, don't say I'll tell you. Bye.
All right. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on which part of the world you are. Welcome to another great and fascinating discussion on the Logan's Hour. Today promised to be one of the hottest discussion in town. Everywhere you turn, people keep calling and asking and what is it? But these two guys are coming in studio that people calling them and asking them, are you people appearing? What are you people going to discuss? And to add to that again, surprisingly, the greatest SYZ appear on the flyer. Boom. That was a big blast. And everybody like, oh my gosh. So if you don't know, SYZ will be here today as one of the hosts. And SYZ gonna be, and the good thing about it, what I like about this guy, he don't shy away from the questions. He don't see you as because you my friend. So I ain't gonna ask you the hard questions. No, everybody know him. You saw him on Saturday on the open table, his own colleagues. He asked them all the tough questions. So today, he's no exception. He's going to ask Jeremiah Sile. He's going to also ask Mr. Abba Moba. You ask for the way forward. And we're going to discuss relevant issues relating to the Liberian community, vote of insults, vote of allegations, and everything that people are thinking that we're going to do here. But on the contrary, we will be dealing with issues that concern mainly the Liberian community and how can we fix some of the issues we are confronted with right now. So currently in the studio, I see Mr. John C. Akwe. He's already pretty seated. I can see him in the background. So we will not delay today. We're just going to bring Mr. Akwe because we have two people. Mr. Rufus Tati also want to make a 10 minutes input too on the show. So we will bring Mr. Rufus Tati as well to say something for a few minutes. Well, before we can go through that, let's bring in our host, Mr. John C. Akwe, the greatest SYZ, the man who can say open table. Mr. Akwe.
Hello, my dear brother.
How you doing, my dear brother?
Hello?
Can you hear me, my dear brother?
I'm kind of like...
your mic is off?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. I'm hearing you.
I can't hear you. I don't know what's going on here.
Check your mic. Oh my
gosh, can't hear. Leave studio. No, I'm on leaving studio.
Yeah, check your mic. Either you go off and come back in. Yep. Yep. The greatest SYZ.
I can't hear you.
Oh, but I'm hearing you clear. I'm hearing you clear.
Oh,
So what you do, just log out and log back in. Yeah,
okay.
just go out and come back. So we see maybe that will repair.
Okay, all right.
All right. So the greatest, can I hear me? So let's see here right now. Hold on. Okay, hold on here. Oh, all right. I see our mobile in studio. So probably, hold on just a second, guys. It seems like I can't even hear myself good. Hold on just a second. Let me just fix this. Let's take a short commercial and we will be right back. All right. So thank you again for joining us. We have our guys are propping up. We have our Maba in studio right now, the ambassador. We can see the ambassador pretty senior. And SYZ trying to adjust his microphone. You know, sometimes when you come in, the system gonna ask you, you want to include your microphone or you just want to go in as just video. And SYZ probably gonna adjust that and come on. And I see my own sis Isabella. She's following here. We want to say, sis Isabella, we got you. I see the former president of the Liberian Community, Mr. Rufus Tati. I see the King Eugene Dosua. I see my own princess, Sama Princess Liwe Hamu Logan, following us here. I see Celine Valentino. She's here as well. I see the Honorable Jan Volule, Chikotines Dobo. Yes. All right. Let me bring the greatest back. Let's see if we can get the greatest. The greatest, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I'm hearing you loud and clear now. Now,
thank you very much. Thank you.
Now we get the greatest SYZ is loud and clear. So following us on here today, we have with us the greatest SYZ, who will be joined by 3 other people, but the former president will be coming in just briefly. He just want to say something briefly and just pass through. But today's show will be all about one of the young astute brother in this town here. Mr. Jeremiah Sile, and followed by Mr. Abba Moba. Some of you know Abba Moba, but he's not a talking tap. He's more of an implementer. He like to see things being done. So some of the work you see he does there in the back, but he don't put himself on that other people who want to put a signature on everything to prove that they're doing the work. Abba Moba is that quiet person who he really don't care for popular events, but he just love for the work to be done. So you were seeing today, some of you are seeing him. Most time he come on the show, you see the ambassador is following, but you will see him. You have the opportunity to see the ambassador today. You know, you'll hear him talking for himself. Don't you let talking too much, but you'll hear him to your lady. But as I say, go ahead, my brother. Go ahead. Today is your show.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. My debut on the Logan's Hour.
Yes.
Show ever on planet Earth. That's why I'm here. You know, there's a been something that the greater have been wishing for, but at least they say sometimes you see the fun girl in the city, you say, I wish I could get that girl. And then You know, or you see the first guy in the city, he said, I wish I could get that girl, you know. And then, luckily for you, tell the guy say I like you, the guy said, but I've been waiting for you to tell me say you like me. And, you know,
Yeah.
and I'm here. I'm very grateful to be here today on the Logan's Hour, one of the greatest show ever on planet Earth. And I'm here today to discuss the issue. And I'm glad that I'm here with my boy Jeremiah Saleh and that of Abba Mumba, the ambassador, and then you, the greatest man ever talk show host in this community, and that's why we are here. We are here to do things according to the way of the people, not to the way of individual. And that's why I'm here.
Thank you so much, my dear brother SYC. And trust me, I'm so proud of you. You guys have kept the community moving too. You know, we started these things here and you guys came later on jumping. And I'm so happy that you people have been so consistent over the years. And we are moving on. At least these days, we can hold our community and hold our community leaders accountable for things that are happening in the community. And we can also highlight things that affects the community, not just within the leadership, but socially as well. And we are grateful to be occupying this space. Though this space we occupy, a lot of people don't like our stance on issues. They call our names, but yet and stay, we just have to do what we have to do. This is our own way to say to the community that we are here, and this is our own community participation as well.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Logan. It's just a breaking news that I have to announce this. My debut on Logan's Hour today make me to be fired on OP table. So I'm a free agent. I'm fired on OP table. OP table chairman said because I appear on Logan's Hour, I'm fired. So I'm fired. It's a public service announcement. Take the news. Tell the people SYC is fired. He's looking for a job right now. I'm vacant. I'm very free. If there's any job application, send it my way. I can apply. SYC is fired on OP table. I'm no longer on OP table. Thank you very much.
Oh, that's a breaking news. But you know, we will not steal away our brother's time, so we will use that for the extra segment. But however, you see, one thing I always say, this is a community thing. Everyone out here want to see the community do better. So SIC is a perfect opportunity for you to have your own show now.
Thank you.
Perfect opportunity. I got Tuesday, Thursday. Professor have Friday, she and Fasia Hilton. You can take Saturday as well. You can take Monday as well. So any day you look at money that suits you. If you say, well, but say my brother will come on Saturday, I want to interrupt their show, then you can find a day that suits you. But if you feel Saturday, say coming on 2 o'clock, you want to adjust your time to Saturday in the evening, whatever time that works for you, think about it, brother. You can create your own panelists. I'm going to send you access to this account. Wherever you can just log in and your show start on whatever day. You can name your show and your show starts to run in the community.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I regret to announce that SYC have been fired on OP table. SYC is completely fired for his debut on Logan's Hour. I'm fired. When the flyer came out, immediately I got fired.
Oh, but if I may ask, how did he receive the termination letter? Was it verbal or was it written?
It was a phone call and it was also a text message from the chairman, Joseph Zixasele Jr. to the greater SYC that you are no longer part of OP table. You should send over everything you have belongs to OP table.
Oh, but that's bad. I know the chairman. The chairman is a fine young brother. I can't believe the chairman is a dictator with all of the things I can hear he says. He knows about administrations. Anyway, we will have that. We will have another show for that. But I can't believe a young brother would be a creeping dictator at this time in our age.
Yeah, the breaking news on on Logan's Hour right now, the OP table co-chairman have been fired.
Fire.
Fire. And fire. I'm looking for a job. I don't have a job right now. I'm looking for a job. Whoever on my voice, please listen very well. On the voice of Logan's Hour, as you see, it's fire from OP table.
Oh my word! Oh my word! That's a breaking news. But anyway, sometimes the old people got a parable. They say sometimes when Tesla pull you down, Mercedes-Benz can pick you up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I want to ride a Mercedes.
Yeah.
I'm riding a Mercedes. I don't want to be yellow Tesla. No way I can be yellow Tesla anymore. I want to be a Mercedes.
All right, Honorable SIC. Today we are here, my man. You are here. And I'm glad you're here to spice it up. And when I reached out to Jeremiah and Albert, and Jeremiah said, you know what? Probably I have appeared on your show too many times. So
Yes.
when you having this interview, people will feel that you are siding with me because I have appeared on your show or whatever. But I want someone who will come from the other platform that will be more neutral,
Yes.
that will pose more questions to me, because I think people in the community have considered the other platform to be siding with the administration, while I'm on the other side who point out the wrongs the administration is doing and offer some recommendations. So Jeremiah said, you know what? I would need you to bring somebody from the other side to at least balance this argument.
Yeah.
But one person who I think would be better would be the greatest SYZ. You can reach out to him and see how it works.
Yeah.
So when he told me that the SYZ agreed to come on, I said, that would be so beautiful. That would be so beautiful. That's how you see we included you and we had a thing running.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if the chairman unilaterally never called a meeting to give you what they call a due process, hear from me before you convict me, and that's wrong. A young man like Joseph Sele cannot do that in this day and age. That's wrong. I strongly condemn that if that's the case. But however,
That is the case. That's the case. You know, as I see, you know, we spare. There's no way I will come here and fascinate stuff and give lies to the people who listen to great men like us. You know, we will not sit down and allow the people to carry false information. I'm telling the people in Liberia, the rest of the world, people in Brazil, honor my voice, people in Dubai, people in the UK. I know I got my fan in the UK. I got my fan in Liberia and all over the world.
Everywhere.
And I want to tell them that I am fire on OP table. I'm very much fire. There is no way that I can appear on OP table. I'm fire now. I think I'm looking for a job. I'm vacant. I'm looking for a job. There is no more OP table belongs to XYZ. There's no more co-chair on OP table as XYZ. XYZ is fire. I received a phone call. I got fired after the flyer went out that XYZ is going to appear on the Logan's Hour. Immediately when the flyer reached, when it surfaced, XYZ was fired by phone call and text message.
Wow, that is so horrible. But anyway, we are here. We are here now. So let's focus on our brothers who are going to be here today: Jeremiah Sele and the greatest Abbott. Like I was saying, a lot of people do not know Abbott. So today's conversation, they want to go more in the Liberian community to know about some of what has been happening. How can we, as community members, how can we try to fix some of those things? And we'll be asking them about current issues in the community, about the bank account. Obviously, the few days we have these tackling revelations from 51,000, now it's 48,000, ranging from the lawsuits of Mr. Robert Kiri to the administration, specifically the Julius Parker and the board chairperson. So we have so many things, varieties of things that we love to stress on today. So we have Albert. We're just waiting for Jeremiah to show face. When Jeremiah show face, we'll bring the both of them in studio together. But on those topics and other issues we have today, what are your overall perception of today's conversation with these two young, astute gentlemen of our community?
Thank you very much. Logan's Hour. Thank you very much, Mr. Logan. I like the question you asked. You see, the issue is, to be very audacious, I'm very overwhelmed to be here, and I'm very happy to be here. Even though I received my resignation, I mean, my fired text message. It's not a letter. It's a text message that I'm fired. But I'm happy to be here to discuss some of the issue. And I have some bullet points that I have here. A lot of questions to these two gentlemen and that coming on so we can discuss the issue, because there are a lot of things we're going to dive straight from the election. And I'm going to tell the people right now, from the election to current event to today's date, Liberian community. And I'm very prepared indeed. So these guys are coming, they better be prepared, because I'm here to allow a series of questions. We're not playing around here. From the election, LAI election to the lawsuit. That's what we're going to be discussing. We've got a lot of things to talk about. We're going to cover the entire community. We're going to overwhelm them with questions, and so that they can understand that appearing on the talk show, you got to be prepared. And that's why I know my brother is a PhD degree holder right now. He's in the process of obtaining his PhD degree. So when you are appearing with short people, you gotta appear very, very prepared, and that's why I'm here. I'm prepared. And Mr. Abamoma, who's the former vice president of Indiana University, Purdue University of Indianapolis, I know his ability, and that's why I'm here. And I will ask him some questions as well. I think when he was the vice president for the university, at the time I was the president for the African Student Association at IUPUA, and we came a long way, and that's why we are here. We're going to discuss the issue.
Thank you so much.
I'm not strange to Abba. I'm not strange to Jeremiah Silly as well.
Thank you, my brother. So we have Mr. Jeremiah Salib. Now he's pretty seated, so we're about to bring him in, and we have Mr. Abad Moba. He's also in the back. So let's bring Mr. Jeremiah Salib. Those of you who know Mr. Jeremiah Salib, you know he's one of those tough-talking people in the community, young intellectual, fireburn. He do not shy away. He's one of those people who speak it as he sees, and whoever it hurt you, and he hold no apology because he know what he says is the truth and nothing but the truth. So today we are privileged to join with us Mr. Jeremiah Slay, a young, smart gentleman who is currently at the end of his PhD. So I know some of you saw the flyer up there. You're like, okay, why you put PhD for the man name? Yeah, because I said he's a candidate.
Yes.
Somebody was concerned. The person said, oh, the man up PhD. I said he's a candidate. That's how I put it there. All right, so let's bring our brother in right now. Oh, the fire burn. Jeremiah, can you hear us?
Yes. Can you guys hear me?
Man, the way you go play for the headphone, yo. Because the way your voice is so clear, you feel that. But we can hear you. Welcome to the Logan's Hour, my dear brother.
From D, how you doing, from D?
I'm great, my brother. I'm humbled by that as well.
Thank you very much. You know, your introduction will come. We have to do your introduction. That's something we've got to do over here. I'm just waiting for the other panelists to come in so that we can introduce very well. You're a great man, and that's why I'm here to salute. I salute you for this stage, honorable man.
Thank you. First time ever we share the stage.
Thank you very much. It's going to go on and on because the sky's the limit.
Thank you very much. Humbled.
My pleasure. We are waiting on Abba Moba. Abba Moba, one of the greatest men in this community, vice president, the African Student Association. I was there, and he was the vice president for the university. And I'm humble indeed to see him indeed on this analytical show for the spread of a tentacle in the community. And that's why I'm here. Abba Moba, we want to welcome you now. I'm here waiting. How you doing, my dear brother?
Abba, you are muted. You are muted. Mute yourself.
How you guys doing?
Hello, Abba Moba, Ambassador. Ambassador Abba Moba, how you doing, Ambassador?
The greatest. How are you?
I'm doing very good. I'm very grateful indeed to be with the vice president of Indiana University, Purdue University of Indianapolis. Thank you very much, brother. Thank you for joining Logan Hours. You know, the best show ever in this community, and that's why we are here. We are here to make it great again.
I agree.
Like some make America great, and we are coming again to make the Logan's Hour great better and great. And that's why we are here. I'm here with From D. From D. How you doing, From D?
I'm good, my brother. I'm good. Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
This guy is.
My debut on this show is a great thing. I'm very overwhelmed to be here. I'm happy. I'm very happy. I'm happy that my wife gave me the privilege to appear, and that's why I'm here. Thank you very much, my beautiful wife. Anyway, to those of you who don't know my beautiful wife has been here doing everything great for me, and that's why I'm here. You can see my voice is very sharp, and that's why I'm here. But we are waiting on the former president of this community, Rufus Tati, so we can start the ball rolling. But if you can do me a due diligence, I would like for you to play me one song, Hold It Tight. You know, I don't know. Abba, what is the name of the artist, man?
I don't remember, but we were just listening to it.
Yeah, Hold It Tight. Hold It Tight.
Hold it, yeah.
I know something like Hold It Tight.
Yeah. We will get it. We will find it and we will play it here.
I saw my wife dancing that song. They say when her husband giving you the money, hold it.
Yeah.
Right. I said, who giving you money that you holding there?
No, she said when husband. You are the husband.
Yeah. We will play that music as well at the end of the program. But
Thank you
today,
very much.
let's go into the conversation. So we will pass it on. Like I said yesterday, I will do more of the listening. I'll ask questions, but I will allow the greatest SYZ, who everybody seems to be more neutral in this discussion here, to post most of the questions. I will come in. I will ask questions. I have a bullet of questions that I have uploaded here. If you can see here, let me show you just pieces of my questions. You see
No,
here.
you don't have to share going to the people.
No, I just trying to just bring teas then small. So those are all questions here. Different questions has to do with the community future and whatever. So we have a whole important questions to ask here. But in the meantime, we're going to pass it on to the greatest SYZ. And there's some breaking news in town now. SYZ broke the news on the Logan, on the Logan hours here, and I was shocked. But anyway, we have a time to talk about that too. And we will also follow the ABC of broadcasting because we are not journalists. We are political commentators. We occupy this space here too. So in much people see us to be occupying this space, we also honor the obligation to follow the ABC, which is the accurate, balanced, and credible. We'll find it from the other side to know how true is it. Then, if not, as I see, like I said, sometimes when Tesla put you down, Range Rover can pick you up.
Thank you very much. I want to be in Mercedes.
Yeah, Mercedes can pick you.
Looking, I was a Mercedes.
Okay, my brother, get the ball rolling, SIC. Let's get the ball rolling.
Well, gentlemen, I'm a voice.
Put a minute in the hot seat.
Voice of Logan's Hour, one of the greatest show ever in this community and even in the world. If you don't know, now you know. That's why we are here. We are discussing the issue. We're going to start with Abba Mumba, the ambassador. Anyway, without further delay, Abba Mumba, let me say a little thing about Abba Mumba. Abba Mumba wasn't here when I was discussing about him. Abba Mumba, the name is Abba Mumba, ambassador, former vice president of a university, Indiana University, Purdue University of Indianapolis. Abba Mumba was the vice president when I was the president for the African Student Association. Abba Mumba, go ahead and introduce yourself, great man.
Hi everyone. Like the greatest said, I'm Albat, a community member here. Very passionate guy. I care about the issues. That's why I'm here. So today I look forward to the discussion that will be held, so we can, tell the truth. There's a lot of people going around and making fake stories and creating their own realities. Today we're going to set things straight, and that's what I'm here. And I'm glad, Mr. Logan, to be on your show. It's been a long time coming, but I'm here. Yeah. And thanks for the platform. And I'm also glad to share this platform with my brother, Jeremiah Sile, who's been a big brother to me. So I'm glad to look forward to the discussion, and hopefully everything will be smooth.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Abba Mumba, ambassador of this community, former vice president, Indiana University, Purdue University of Indianapolis. Anyway, without further delay, I want to dive straight to the big fish of this community, big fish. Jeremiah said it, big fish, PhD candidate. Thank you very much. There's the issue. Honorable man, the man that deserves no introduction in this community, Jeremiah Sele, PhD candidate of the whole world, not just Indiana, but the whole world. I would say introduce yourself to Logan's Hour.
So, general guys, thank you for having me in studio here today. I'm humbled to share the space with credible guys, decent individual, and today is the best day for me since 2024 begins, because we have had ourselves under the accolade in the blankets of truth, and we have given our communities and our leaders a long rope to spearhead the activities of this community. For over 1 year plus of leadership, we have not spoken. We try to give them the benefit of the doubt, but it is unfair for good men to sit and see evil men endure and surface. So therefore, we'll be putting perspective into order, and anything I say here today are my own words, and I'm not apologizing to anybody for that. So you can take me into contempt, but that's just me. So I'll be very careful. I will choose my words. I will choose my vocab. But when they come out, I'm sorry. I'm not going to take it back. I can retract it. And to all my friends who are watching, Regardless of what I say here, we are friends. We are not personal on the issues. We're not personal. So some of my friends are listening to me, will be in their feelings. But the community is bigger than an individual. So we can see that in a lens, in our lenses, we have respect for each other. I will always speak this truth to guard this community, because even though my brother Young had taken the glory among other young people, but I know if it's one man, young man that has served this community first, 2010, on Castle Dennis, it was Jeremiah K. City. I'm not trying to take the glory, but the records are there and they are in the dossiers. Thank you.
Thank you very much, PhD candidate. Thank you very much. That's why we are here. We are discussing the issue right now. It's a pleasure indeed to be sharing the hours with a PhD candidate. That is a blessing for me as the greater Israeli of Indianapolis, Indiana. But anyway, without further ado, I want to recognize one of the greatest men who deserve no introduction. That is the former president, Rufus Tati. Rufus Tati, the man that believe that there should be a change. And the man that know leadership, that leadership is what meant for this community. The greatest man. The man that deserves no introduction. The man that when you enter his house, you know there is love and there's transparency. This man that led this community with aspiration. The man they call the former president, Rufus Tati. Without further delay, I would like for Rufus Tati to introduce himself, even though he deserves no introduction. But Rufus Tati has something to do with a distinction. You are live on Opitable. I mean, you are live on. I'm sorry, I'm fire on Opitable. I'm fire. I'm very much fire on Opitable. When the flyer came out, I got fire. So you are live on the Logan's Hours. Thank you very much. Introduce yourself so we can proceed.
Well, thank you very much. I know, thank you, Phil, and to the rest of the panelists. I say thank you for the opportunity. I'm not actually, I was not meant to be here today, but I had to be here to just make one or two clarifications. So I'm here for a very short time. You guys can let me roll first, and then I can give you guys time to go ahead with your show. But thank you very much, SYZ, for everything you have just said about all of us on the show. I'm sorry that you lost your job. But again,
I don't have a job now.
Yeah, like Mr. Logan just stated, sometimes, every disappointment comes with some level of blessing. People admire your advocacy, people admire the talk shows you have been participating on. So, of course, you are a friend of the microphone, and that can be exercised anywhere, whether in your own private, online stuff, or maybe you can enjoy affiliate other people, to make this platform bigger. That will also be good. But again, I say thank you very much, and if we given the opportunity, we just want to make a few clarifications, and I like all of these young people stay on their show to enjoy themselves tonight. And Jeremiah, congratulations in advance.
Thank you.
I'm very proud of you.
Thank
About
you.
the rest of you, I didn't even know you're former vice president for the African student. That's a very good thing.
Not African, the university.
The whole university.
The
whole
university, all right? Okay, fine,
We
great.
keep it silent. Some people.
No, but that's good. Thank you. Like Jeremiah, he also keep it silent too, but that is very good, and we are very proud of all of you for the hard work you guys are doing. Sometimes in the community, the way we all watching each other. We know the character of everybody, but everybody know each other's character. But some of you are just, distinguished gentlemen, despite of your, tough talking sometimes, but it is good. For me, I believe that people should be criticized. If you do wrong, people should tell you. If you do right, people should tell you. Because that helps you as a leader to be strong, and to learn how to do better stuff. And so all of you are my boys. You know when we meet, we hang out. Jeremiah comes over sometimes to visit and all of that. A very good family man. I try to get one woman to now to be with you. So you see, as I said, a family man. You're the only person on the show tonight. You can keep everything quiet, man, but don't keep that one quiet too.
Sorry, myself.
All right, thank you very much, gentlemen.
No, I'm a guy girlfriend.
Okay. I will let her keep it quiet.
Yeah.
Yep, Mr. President, go ahead.
All right. Okay. Fine. First and foremost, our community have been ravaged by a whole lot of sad developments in the last 3-4 months since December of last year up to just lately as this weekend. Our last funeral took place this weekend. Brother Frederick Way, and all of our brothers and sisters who have passed in the last few months. Again, as a community, we just want to say sympathy to all of the bereaved families and to all of us. I think in this difficult time, it's time for us to hold together, help to console our community. Of course, one of the painful one, of course, all deaths are painful, but, our president just lost his young son. Again, our sympathy to the family. I know it's not going to be an easy thing, for them to overcome, but we pray and let's continue to pray for the families of our lost brothers and sisters. And also, we also know that the administration have proposed a fast and prayer for the community. I hope this is not just a lip service. I hope we can take that seriously because Jeremiah may test because he been a little bit longer. This last few months have been one of the most difficult time for our community. Not that we have not lost lives yet before, but last year and this year is very, very difficult. So I hope we as a community we can come together to make sure that the fast and prayer go through, and we ask the religious community to please help us to enforce that. And
Mr. President, I know you are propounding the issue is so you did mention about the worship. Which one of the church are we going to?
Well, I'm not part of the administration, so I don't know. I know that flyer came up. I saw the flyer, and that's why I commented. So, by any church,
I think one day is to Pastor Johnny Chair. I think the other one to laugh on there, but I don't know which is which. Because it's 3 days.
3 days, okay. But I encourage that we all should try to attend one of the 3, services that will be held.
That is a good thing. Let me cut you off a bit. Mr. President, the other day, I think it was this going weekend, there was an allegation against you that you are supporting the lawsuit. What is your stand when it comes to the lawsuit? Are you supporting the lawsuit?
Where it's not about support, but what is best to do.
Before you go, my chairman, Joseph Zingza Junior, chairman, my former chairman, anyway, he fired me. I'm fired already on OP table. Guys, breaking news. It's a breaking news. The greater SYC have been fired on the OP table. I'm no longer a co-chair on OP table. I'm fired. But anyway, my chairman has stated in a quote that Mr. Tati, the former president, supporting the lawsuit. Mr. Tati, what is your stand when it comes to this statement from my former chairman?
Well, I think when you say support, it's just a vague thing. As someone who believes in democracy, as somebody who believes in the rule of law, I think going to court is not a bad thing for our democracy. Going to court is better than, like I know in the days of Ivan Pena, people's cars were vandalized. That was not right. In the days of Tati, I know we're taking the traffic key. That was not right. I would prefer you taking me to court, than to take me to traffic key. so I mean, so I think it's not about whether you support or don't support. But I think the statement coming from your former boss, I think is irresponsible because if you are making statement of such, you should have proof. And the thing is, Kerry is part of the administration. Kerry is not an outsider to say, well, we went there and told him, we took him out and said, go do something. Kerry is part of the administration. I don't know what hurt him. As former president, if I see my community going into chaos, anything I can do from my side, to make sure that our community come back together, we will do it. So like I was saying, we like to work in the back. I consulted the president. I consulted Kerry. I talked to both of them. I wanted this thing to remain as it is. But I don't know whether their ego took over them or whatever the situation was. I think we shouldn't have anywhere we are. And when you're talking about support, no, it's not support, but I respect the decision. This is better to go to court than for Kerry to have gone on the, on the social platform and say all kinds of things about Mr. Parker or Mr. Parker going out there to say all kinds of things about Kerry. If you go to the courts will decide who's right or who's wrong. So when it comes to lawsuit, I prefer lawsuit than fighting on social media. So it's not about supporting, but it just the principle, the way it went, I think is the best thing to do. It shouldn't have reached as far when you have a group of men and women working together for a common goal. And according to what I'm hearing, it's just because of attendance. That thing should not even have left their, whether chat room or even their meetings. It's something that they will have handled in there. But I don't know, again, what took over them, whether it was arrogance or egos or whatever that led them to reach where they are. But it's very unfortunate that we have gone this far, our community have gone this far, that we are in court. Of course, this is not a strange thing to Liberian communities around the United States. But so we are just trying now to read our side of what has happened to other communities. But no, I support the idea that they did not go violent. Kerry has a right. Kerry is not a small man in the community. He's the secretary of the association. If he decides to take his own association to court, yeah, I mean, he has his reason, he has his right. But for somebody to come by and say, I help Kerry to take him to court, or I'll call Kerry and say, go to court. I don't even like lawsuit. I don't like court because it wastes your time. It's time consuming and all of that. I don't even like lawsuit. So, but nobody should go ahead and spread, misleading information in the community about other people. If you are using it probably to give your platform some, viewer, I mean, that's just wrong. Since the election, we have been quiet. And I think as a former president, this is what you need to do. Keep quiet. If you need to help, you ask. If they ask you to help, you help. If they can't ask, if you want to help, you go and help. And this is exactly what we have done. We have tried, behind the scene to bring the two parties together. But again, this whole thing is now in the courts. But if somebody feel that Rufus Tati was the one who sponsored the lawsuit, who gave Kerry the money or who wrote the brief to give to Kerry to go, I mean, I think that can be produced in the court as an exhibit, So, yeah, fine. When you go to court, you carry all these evidence you got in your hands, to say Mr. Tati was one of those and present it to the judge, and the Liberian people, the Liberian community will know who supported who and who did not support who. So I just thought to clarify that.
Let me cut you a little bit, Mr. President. A former president is still a president. A president will always be a president. Mr. President, I salute you with great distinction. I will always salute you. Our administration was one of the best administration in this community. So let's assume that in the future to come, Rufus Tati, the former president, the people asking to say, hey, Mr. Tati, we miss you. We love your leadership. We want you to serve this community once more. What will be your stand?
I think where we have reached now, when we see a lot of young people like you, energetic, strong, moving, I think we should give people the opportunity. I can serve in any capacity in this community except being the president. We can play that advisory role now. We can work in any other capacity. But when it comes to leading this community, we need the young people now to step up. A lot of people have been in the queue, and this is why, despite all that went through my administration and everything, when people make sacrifices, sometimes we remember them. Some of us remember them. And like Jeremiah says, when Jeremiah came in the community and union, he was one of those who took up his time and participated. Abel have done that. You have done that. So when it was time that the election was coming, we needed somebody. We needed somebody young, to exercise that right too, as an individual, to see how they could bring democracy to our community. And it was not an easy thing, but I think Jeremiah proved himself. It was the distinction he exercised, he exemplified during that period. I think it was good. And I think a lot of young people have learned from that. So I will always be there to support them. And anywhere they need me, to help, I will always be there to help. But I think I will continue to give the young people a chance, to lead this community.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Former President. A president will always be a president. Well, Mr. President, I know time is fast spent. I know you have to leave anytime soon. You got your family. The former first lady of this community, one of the best former first lady will ever enjoy. One of the best lady that will ever enjoy this community. Whenever you walk to the house, she say, "Tabagi Daniel." Even though she don't go to Tabagi, but she will say Tabagi Daniel.
Exactly.
The goodness.
My wife got gas on her head.
The goodness.
Let me tell you.
That means the president has done his homework. President, you're doing well. Because president wants a recommendation to Robert Kerry and that of the administration.
You say what?
What's the recommendation to Robert Kerry, the Secretary General of this community, and that of the administration?
Well, like I said, first of all, we shouldn't have even getting where we are today. And when I look at the administration, I look at the people in the administration. Some of them work with me, and they know the level of leadership we exercise. Look, every administration has issues; they have problems. But then when the leaders exercise leadership, they have gone far. The case is now in the courts. I don't know exactly what we can do as a community, but I think the legal process should go through. If we reach a point and both parties decide to say, okay, we agree that we want to take it from the courts, fine. But nobody can make that. I personally cannot make that determination for them, because when it was at the beginning, we tried to get involved and tried to see how we could have avoided all of these circumstances. But they pay no heed. And so where we are right now, is a legal matter. And I think we just have less to discuss. I don't know where it's going to end and how it's going to end. And I don't have no specific advice, but let the law take its course.
Thank you very much. Before you leave, I got one question. Then Mr. Logan going to come in. So I say to you, my final question to you before you depart, what is the way forward for this community as a former president of this community?
Well, the way forward is for leaders to exercise leadership. For us to know that when you are elected by the people, you are here to serve the people and not the other way around. I think there is still opportunity. I think this leadership has gone a year now, or pretty close to a year.
A year plus.
There's still opportunity to make a comeback. The lawsuit going to drag on for some time. I don't know how long. And the thing is, my advice to the administration is be open. The secrecy is too much, because even to hear about this lawsuit, it was on this very show that we heard it. By the time I got that document, the first thing I'm going to call, I will come on the air or maybe call an emergency meeting, my staff, and say, hey, look, this is what we have. What can we do? Call meeting, inform the community. But a lot of us heard about the lawsuit on Logan Hours. That was bad. I think the leadership should be more open. Even while we're hearing that money is being taken from the account to go through with this whole lawsuit process. I don't know what the board is saying, but I think any money, we should go through the process. That is, the General Assembly should approve a budget, so that we got this lawsuit being lingering around for a little while. And so there we have opportunity for meetings, we have opportunity for consultation and all of that. Again, maybe these things are happening behind closed door. I don't know. But the way forward, let the administration be a little bit open, let it communicate more. And not that when you say something about them and then they say, oh, you're against us. I have always been labeled that I don't support the government. I mean, how crazy can that be? If you want to see your legacy as a past leader, the present government, if they succeed, then I may have succeeded. If they fail, then I may have failed. Because everything that happened now, they will say, but Rufus Tati did not set it, he did not set the base right. This is why the people fail. So I want to see this government succeed. I want to see them successful. But again, everybody have their style of leadership. Some people consult. Some people, take the bulls by their horn. And so we just hope and pray that, as going forward, they will be more transparent to the Liberian people, so that we can avoid some of these mishaps that is taking place, and some of this misinformation that is going around right now.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The former president. Once a president is always a president. And that's why I salute you with clarity and distinction. Anyway, I will switch the pendulum to the honorable man, Mr. Philip Sayanga Logan, to ask his question before you depart.
Well, the former president have said it all, and he stated it from the beginning. He came to just make few clarity. I think the community is aware his position on issues that have been unfolding in the community over the period. So, Mr. President, if you have nothing else to say, we'll say it then. You can turn the show over back to the original people, Jeremiah Saleh and Abba Moba.
Yeah, okay. Again, it was a pleasure sharing this platform with these great men on here today. It's unfortunate that you don't have no lady on here, but it's also, it's okay.
I would love to bring Brandy Alpha on, but Brandy Alpha, when I call him, she can say, I want the people to say, I say, you can
Yeah.
do what you got to do.
On a personal
I
note,
will give Brandy Alpha a quote so she can quote it and be brave.
Yeah,
I know, right?
Just before I leave, Philip, on a personal note, I think if we saw some photos that were posted this morning by Sis Wanya in the chat room.
Yeah, I saw that.
That kid is from Radio Farm at my radio station. And I will be sending you those photos. I want you guys to please try to amplify that. It was he was bidding on the orders of the magistrate. Right now, our lawyers we are consulting with our lawyers. And so I will send you those photos so that you guys can also help us to spread the news so that justice, Kesali Smoke can receive justice. But again, thank you guys very much for the time. And I give these guys time. I'll be following the shows. And Jeremiah, thank you. Abba, thank you. And the man who has been fired. Jeremiah, I want to know you made it begin fire.
But no problem can't move from behind me. Everything that happened bad at me part of it, so I already used to that.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. Philly, you can take me. Oh, okay, I can take myself. All right.
Yeah, you can take yourself.
All right, thank you.
Yep. Thank you so much, Mr. Rufus Tati. So Jeremiah and Albert, we want to say sorry for the inconvenience, man. Today is your day.
No.
Okay. All right, that's good.
That's the ex-president, man number one.
All right, that's good. So let's get our ball rolling. I know SYC is using the background, but we'll just go to you guys straight and let's talk about some of the issues in the Liberian community. We'll just ask a general question. No vote of attacks. You can answer it whatever way you want to answer it. Like Jeremiah said, his opinion here are his, and he owe no apology for it. But before Mr. Jeremiah Saleh can come on, we want to use just a few seconds to post this disclaimer first. So who are following the view of Logan Hours? So the view expressed by guests are their own and their appearance on the Logan's Hour. That doesn't imply that the Looking Hour endorse their views or any other thing. So we just send that disclaimer for you all to see that. So, all right, the greater SYC, let's get the ball rolling. Put the people in the hot seat.
Thank you very much. I know the president just left the show. I'm very sad indeed to see the president leaving. But without further delay, I'm going to start with Abba Moba. Abba Moba, the ambassador, the former vice president of Indiana University, Purdue University. He was my boss at the time, to be very, very audacious.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I was the president for the African students at the time, but he was the vice president for the university. I worked under his shadow. I would sit there and tell the people, make it known that this man was my boss. And he made me to be who I am, by making me to be the president of the African Student Association of Indiana University, Purdue University of Indianapolis. And I owe him a lot, to be very audacious to the war and to this community. To those of you that don't even know. To those of you,
what we fought.
I can't hear you.
You are freezing, Albert.
Tell the story. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm hearing you now.
Tell the story about when the people try to cheat you and what me and you did.
Oh yes. Anyway, side note on the show. Side note, I will come up with that. This is the thing. I know that this man is a great man. That's why I would say there is no way I can betray the struggle. In a university, we say we cannot betray the struggle, in the sense that I ran for the first time for the African student presidency Not that I lost, but they claim that I lost. But I won an election landslide. Abba Mumba told me, the former vice president of Indiana University, he told me to keep it silent and just move on and do what I can do, to be brave and come by the second time. The second time when I came back, we went to the election. He was my campaign chairman at the level of the university. He was my campaign chairman, a strategist. He did everything he can, or he would, to make sure I be elected. And we went to the debate. I gave them political whoop on their bare back. And you know I'm capable of doing that in a debate. It was a man from Ghana. Ghana. The people say Ghana, and they have Nigeria man also in the race. I told them I'm from the University of Liberia. I'm the greater SYZ. You don't know who I am. I gave them political latches in the debate. I beat them severely. I even helped them to take them from the debate hall and transported them. I don't know where he got the money from, but that is it. But Abba was with me. He was a campaign chairman. He helped me in the process. We went to the election. And after the election, we went to the voting process. We cast our vote and we won. But the people said we did not win. Abba did not stop there. The campaign chairman, Abba Mumba, the ambassador, he went ahead, he wrote series of letters. He sent it to the people, to the president of the university. The president of the university. Like the chancellor is the president. In Africa, we say president, but in America, we say the chancellor of the university. Abba Mumba sent a letter to the chancellor. He sent a letter to the African Student Association advisor. He also sent a letter to the Montreal Culture Center chairlady. People will say president, but he sent a letter to all of those places. And then when we went, I think we received the reply from the Montreal Culture Center, because the chancellor had written the Montreal Culture Center lady that, hey, you are the head of the Montreal Culture Center. So if the Africans are having a problem, you should solve that problem. You know, I'm sorry that I'm bringing this story to the hours.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
And then Abba Mumba, in collaboration with other people, they went to the meeting, and I was invited. And the lady said that they will call the president at the time, the president to justice. When she came, she was in tears. That was the work of Abbott. She was in tears. She said, I'm sorry. ICYZ won the very 2 elections, but we wanted to give it to somebody because we love them best. And Abba said, we believe in transparency and accountability. And that's why from then on up to now, I owe him a lot. Whatever Abba needs, he will get it from me. There is no way I will stop to support you, Abba. I salute you. I owe to you so many things that life have to provide. And when I'm in a position, whenever you need it, ask me. I will give them. It's my obligation. It is the Lord doing. The Bible says, give unto those that deserve. And that's why I'm here. I'm your big brother. I'm never, ever big to salute you. And that's why I salute you. I salute you.
I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate
but that
you.
will not stop me from asking you a question, Abba Mumba, to the topic. We are here to discuss the issue. Abba Mumba, you were the campaign, the co-chair of the campaign process. We are let me go through the process. The various bullet points that I have here that we're going to discuss. We're going to discuss the election season. We're going to discuss that. We are going to discuss the inauguration of this community, the people that won the election, their inauguration. We're going to discuss that inaugural ball. We are going to discuss the lawsuit. And then we will come to the recommendation, wherein people are going to come and give the recommendation. What's the way forward? Because this community, the president, the vice president have felt miserably on their bare back. There is no way they can surface. They're in a lawsuit already. I'm a witness to that. I'm a witness to the lawsuit, and that's why I'm here. I'm going to ask you guys these questions, it's going to be rhetorical. But tell me, I'm very sorry if you cannot answer my questions, but we can rephrase them. But Abba Mover,
Yes, sir.
serve as the campaign co-chair to Mr. Julius Parker and that of Richie P. Boyer, who have failed miserably as a vice president. You guys brought this junior to us, and we are here. We are suffering. We are masquerading, crying in the corridor of this community that we need peace. But yesterday we cannot obtain peace. But we are here. But this question to you, Mr. Abba Moba, you serve as the campaign co-chair to this tyrannic leadership that which have propagate and masquerade the corridor of this community for me to be removed from OP table. That is something we're going to discuss another time. We can discuss that right now. But the issue is you serve as the campaign chairman, campaign co-chair of that identical tyrannic regime that have come into being. And you collected so many money. I don't know how many thousand or million dollars you collected from I pay my dues, and I did not get no accountability. What is your stand when it comes to the money that you collected from the campaign that was ran by you and your chairman, fella Nuggets?
All right, Mr. Host, the greater SYZ, thanks for your question. Obviously, you know I'm a man of transparency, accountability. It was an honor to be a co-chair for Team Parker Boya. Obviously, we won, so it was a success. But with that campaign, we were able to raise close to 10,000 actually. And the records are there. I believe everything was turned over to. Now I know I did turn everything over to my chairman, Mr. Fela Dukas. So I'm sure the records are there. Even the president has all the records. So if that's something you need to go over, you can go over with them. But as you know, there wasn't a penny missing. I know Jan at one point tried to question me about money, and he was put to shame because I showed him the receipt and all the records. So I don't have it with me now because election is far over, but that's something I can get for you. But like I said, I can assure you there was not a penny missing.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We'll put that to rest, and we're going to switch our pendulum to the PhD candidate, Jeremiah Silly. Mr. PhD candidate, the candidate of a PhD from Jeremiah Silly, one of the greatest men of this community. It's a pleasure indeed to share these hours with you, Logan's hour. Mr. PhD candidate of this community, one of the greatest educated men of this community. I salute you with distinction. And this is a question to you, Mr. PhD candidate. To me, I will refer to you as a PhD degree holder at this historical junction. But for the show's sake, I will refer to you as a candidate. Mr. Kennedy of PhD from D. This is a question. The question to you is: you serve as the chairman of the campaign. What prerequisite did you use to codify Prince Richard Boyer, who was accused of malpractice of finance in Liberia? What mechanism did you use?
Wow. Your first question already come off so tough. Or as a trained meditant and stalwart and cadre like you are from the University of Liberia, we catalogs everything. Before I answer your question, I will say that this administration, the way they are proceeding and they are ruling, make me to see Rufus Tati as an about instant. It makes me to see Rufus Tati as an about instant. Because now we're seeing through the microscope of our lenses that administration was effective. However, let me address your question chronologically, right? So you say what criteria? Our constitution is limited on the laws that are made by commissioners. So serving as chairman of the commissioner will also have laws. And Richard Boya case was it was a case of a case study. It was very sensitive. All of the elections commissions in this community had never had a scenario of such. Surprisingly, as a young man, I had to encounter Richard Boya case, which is an embezzlement and
Can
I
you
would
say
say
in capital letter, embezzlement, capital letter,
yeah. So I would say an alleged embezzlement.
in capital letter?
Yeah, absolutely. From the bank in Liberia. While I was proceeding with the electoral process, another commissioner bring that news to me. And with the best of my ability, I consulted with my colleagues. And we assigned 2 of the commissioners to go and find and do facts finding and bring more of evidence base before we can make our decisions, because most of our politics, in fact, all of our politics are local. But we were very skeptical to accept Kennedy because all about LAI is finances. And if you can be chased on the national scene, or public bank can put you in the newspaper as a commissioner, I was in a hard spot and I have to critically think through the process. 2 of the commissioners that were assigned to the case of Boya came back with nothing, and they brought that. So what I had to do now, in my own inclination, is to have Mr. Boya on records. So I called Mr. Boya to a meeting in the presence of all commissioners, and we asked, it's surprising that we are Liberians. The same thing we're doing here today in this community is the same thing that happened. All the commissioner was criticizing Boya, the VP now. They said the worst things. When I told him to appear, none of them could ask questions because they want to save face. I was the only one that asked Boya 7 questions. And anybody want to ask me today on the record, I have the recordings saved in my email for my own protections. Because Boya was on a Zoom and he was recorded, because if anything happens in this community, I wanted to save myself. The fact that we didn't have the records, we didn't have the fundings, and we voted to clear Mr. Boya out, I had to protect myself and my children. So I had to record that meeting, and I have that recording up to now of
Thank you.
all of Boya statement that he made in front of the commissioner. But no single commissioner asked Boya question. As a chairman, I asked him between 6 to 7 questions. He answered them, and we voted, and he was clear.
Thank you very much. I think I looked in the book of Julius Caesar, written by William Shakespeare, say cowards start many times before their death. The evidence is number 1. Of all the ones that sing that death necessary will come when it shall come. Next question to you, Abamoba. Mr. Ambassador, masquerading the corridor as a vice president of Indiana University, Purdue University, Indianapolis. Abamoba, you were appointed as the chair, the co-chair to the RSC. And in a subsequent period of time, you disappear from the administration. What is your recommendation to that?
My explanation? All right. Well, thanks for that question, Mr. Host, XYZ. You know, anybody who knows me, one of my best quality is to be loyal, because I do believe loyalty goes a long way. Now, you know, just because you're loyal doesn't mean you're stupid. Just because you're loyal doesn't mean you support what is wrong. And you know, the God I serve has been great to me. One of my blessings is I have good instinct. So when I see things starting to go wrong, I take action. So when we, you know, brought this administration to power, there was a lot of appointments. But when it was made, I could tell that it would bring this administration down. But then again, some people look at us as who is Outback, little Peking here and there. So I said, you know what? I know I'm capable to do the job. What is that? I'm capable to do the job. But after seeing the appointments that was made and the way things were going, I said, you know what? To save my name and my good records in this community, I have to lay low. And that is what I did.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Without following that, we switch the pendulum to the Logan's Hour. The honorable man, Logan Sanga, Philip Sanga Logan.
Sondiga.
Soniga. Oh, Soniga. Oh. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay. I was muted.
I'm sorry.
I was
You are
muted.
putting me in a Mercedes-Benz. I'm very, very sorry indeed.
You know that name is a traditional name. So we Basodian, we pronounce it as Sing Yuga.
Oh,
Sing Yuga.
Yeah. But some people then when we come all just say some people just say Ibo. Say Iga. That's fine. Anyway, I
thought it was Sondiga.
No, it's saying Yuga.
Oh,
like my son name is Yukon J. So normally when you spell it Yukon J in Basa, it starts on D. Dyuconjay. So it sounds different when you see it on paper. You don't see it as Yukon J because you're like, how you will start on D. Yeah. So that's how it goes. Like me is SEIN. You see, sing DYUGAR. Yeah, sing Yuga.
Anyway, I'm very sorry.
Yeah.
I know you are taking me from the taxi, the yellow taxi. The yellow taxi with a bus tire. There's no taxi no more.
So
Opito was a bus taxi right now.
Yeah.
To me because I'm fire. And I'm coming to the Mercedes, the fresh Mercedes 2024. Thank you very much.
All right.
Logan, I'll switch the pendulum to you to ask the Farm D some question and then
Okay.
I will move and then I will come in. I don't want to motivate us.
That's fair. So what to say to all of you following us, those of you following us from everywhere, because I think we have been sharing almost 60 group chats now all around Liberia. So I want to say thanks to all of you who just joined us. If you don't know where you are, rest assured you are on. All right, so Mr. I'll pose a question to Jeremiah, and this same question will be also asked to Mr. Albert Morbat. So this is this question is not going to deal with the election specifically. I ain't going to the election and the inauguration. It's just going to be a whole question on the community standpoint. So, Mr. Jeremiah Sally, I'm going to post the question. So, probably if those following us want to know the question, they can also see the question. So, this is my first question to you. What do you believe are the root causes of the leadership issues in the Liberian community of Indiana?
From my observation, a lot of the people that have been trusted with leadership in our community are not loyal to this community. They do not want this community to move forward. They do not have the interest of this community at heart. So when they take state power, they do it for classical bluff. They do that, they take state power for charade. They take it to be called preso, vice preso. And they also do it for embezzlement. Over the years, what I've witnessed, we have to launch a serious revolution that will demoralize and decapitate the individuals who are in the corridor of always giving us wrong leaders in this community. There are people that do not love OAR, that do not love the fabrics of this community. They are in it because we are Liberian, and I want to do things for a mere bluff. And let me tell you this. If you look at the statistics So far, nobody have served within LAI executive that have won elections or at the highest seat in Liberia. So if you will think in your own domain of common sense, that serving LAI will make you popular on the international stage to gain jobs or to get jobs in Liberia, you are fooling yourself. You must first have the heart of this community. That's the reason Mr. Logan and Mr. Z, when we come out here and talk, people hate the way we do things and the way we talk. But we have always spoken on the interest of this community.
Yes.
Mhm.
They seem very standard as set for Rufus Tati administration, for which I held him responsible. And Isabella is my mother. She can born me, and she was the financial secretary.
Yeah.
And we're demanding quarterly annual report. What's about Fatima, who is a girl that I can't ask a question? Are you telling me I should be a pooper and scalawag because I know Fatima and she's in office and she's in leadership? When you talk, somebody come with chicanery and jargons and tell you, say you hateful. You're living with impotent hatred. Those wars are wars of people who deceive leaders. Those wars are wars of people who want to be near power that be. But let's look at the track records. We are here to stay. You see, we're doing having regain. When this community was going down, we have an interim leadership for 2+ years, and we could not take leadership. We staged a revolution. Having came in, he was given a mandate, one term, not more than one term. When people saw Avin serve one time, he said he didn't want to serve. That's why he knows that we told Avin you can't go more than one term. That mandate was given, but guess what? Some of our brothers who are grave seekers, who want to be near the power that be, they thwarted the revolution. That's why we are here where we are today. So the sincere youth, the sincere people with the energy and the fabrics and love of this community will have to rejuvenate and regalvanize themselves and move into history. That's what I have to say.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jeremiah Saleh. And the way you explain on it so well, I think I'm going to give Mr. Abba Mobile another question. Yeah, because
No, I wanted to say something. So they just shut.
you want on the same question.
Yeah, so they just shut. But
Go ahead. What are the root causes
like,
of
no, like you
Liberian community?
Jeremiah covered everything. He did a very great job.
Yep.
But what I wanted to say, though, just to add to that,
Go ahead.
is that, you know, what makes a good leader is the people he has around them or she has around them. You may have a good leader. Example, Mr. Parker. I still think he's a great man. But when you start having the kind of people around you, that's when you become not a great leader. And that's what I started to see. Okay, so now we have no accountability, no transparency. People do things they want to do. Story comparing LAI, the United States government, where Joe Biden gave money to Ukraine. This is a not-for-profit. You can compare a not-for-profit to the United States government. You cannot do that. Where in our constitution does it say the administration and leadership can go and take over 10,000 with all the consent of the general public?
The same emergency spending.
Where does it say? You understand me? So, you know, when people sit on talk show and act like they are educated, some are just laugh. But, you know, at the end of the day, the truth will be told. And I think the community are seeing the truth. They're hearing the truth. And I always stand for what is right. So I just want to rest my case.
And before you go, before you come in, let me buttress.
Yeah, go ahead. If I ask my second question, go ahead.
On what Abba Mamba just said, Ambassador, this is the issue. I know this identical institution, the administration came in with their slogan and with that their campaign message to the community that we are the best. We believe in accountability, transparency, and everything. Blah blah blah. Urubadu. That's bullshit. Let me tell you something. There's an issue. As of me, the greater SYC, I've been in this community. I think the Alvin Penner administration. I know Alvin Penner is one of the conduit, one of the mastermind individual behind my kickoff from that of Opitable from Liberia. I remember when I was propounding, he said, SYZ, I know who he is. I've been paying listening to my voice. I know you very well. I'm the greatest SYZ I stay in the United States. You are in Africa. Thank you very much. There's an issue.
When they got started on the show, he would be fiery. I could tell.
Let me come to this. Alvin Penner administration, one of the tyrannic leadership ever in this community. I was a victim for 3 years. Besides Jeremiah and that of Abamumba, who was in my corner at a historical point in this community. And I will point out one Frederick Kokwe. People may not know him. He was also in my corner. But the lives of the community did not understand what I was saying, that the brother was corrupt. That administration was the most corrupt, and followed by this Adenga administration. In fact, I think it was better. But this administration have been taken to court.
SYZ.
Okay.
I'm not debunking your statement, right? I don't want to say any administration is infallible.
Yeah.
Right.
But let me tell you, the advantage Alvin had over this administration is that he had men that could stand up to him and tell him you can't do this. You also saw how me and Mr. Penner fell apart. It was not one of your issues.
Yeah.
We were in executive meeting, and the men that can hold the president accountable according to our constitution, the parliamentarian.
Yeah.
Yep.
When you, Sabah, and other people supposed to be expelled from this association because of the TKC.
Yes.
I was the only one in the executive that said I could not stand down, and therefore I will walk out.
Yes.
I say in the public day today on the record.
Yes.
I'm not going to sound the SYC departure, but the very people who say they love the community stood up there with all the chaos.
Thank you very much.
Alvin is a good man, but sometimes me and Alvin, we are very good brothers. We talk every day. But I was able to look Alvin in the face at time and tell him, Mr. President, with all due respect, this one I differ with you. In this administration, nobody, the position that held the administration, the president to check is the parliamentarian. You must know your roles and responsibility when you're taking a job. Today, in this committee, we have a vice president who is the reincarnation of J.D. Walker. J.D. Walker emancipated from Ohio. He came here. He fooled everybody on charade. He became president. He squandered our resources. Today, we have a vice president who was new to this community. He came. He gets through the corridor. He's a vice president. He don't get ahead. Today, our president is in a very serious state. Serious stuff. The family of the president is going through bereavement. Do we trust our vice president enough to stand up and take the matter of authority? Since he was a president,
I said no to that.
Because that's why I see the reason I'm going into the issues is that the people are listening.
I want to be on record, and I'm very proud to defend the people of this community, the people of this Indiana Liberian community. I'm very, very proud. Like I stood in the gap during Alvin Penner's administration. I told the people that the brother was corrupt, and I stood in the gap to say that there should be a change, and change must prevail. And I shall not ever stop the advocacies. I will advocate on our behalf. It's through my advocacies I have been fired from Open Table. Go ahead,
All right. Let me ask my second question quick so we can go back to you, SYC. So this is my second question to you, Mr. Jeremiah Saleh. And Albert can also chip in on the same question. If not, if Jeremiah expand on the question and certify the audience, then we ask Abba a different question. So this is the question here to you. Since you expanded more on the first question that has to do with the issues of the Liberian community, then my question to you is, how can we fix it? So my question is this.
No,
How can that?
hold on. Mr. Host.
Yeah, go ahead.
BMW, Mercedes, new Mercedes 2024. I think the recommendation. Let's do that. The last one.
No, it's not a recommendation. I'm just asking, how can the community hold the leadership accountable for their actions and ensure transparency in the future?
That's good.
Let me tell you, among we Liberian, we have the history of not holding our leaders accountable. We see our leaders are demigods. And that's why everybody, even in the Republic of Liberia, want to be into politics. One of the ways we could hold this administration accountable was to put the issue of Rachel Boya, to flag it on the floor for the impeachment. And if the committee still wants him, they kick it out. But for the president to back down on the issue and make our committee a collateral today is serious. Well, when I say that, I gave that example, is the issue of impunity. The issue of impunity. When people take public office and refuse to go to work, the burden fall on everybody. When people take leadership and go and refuse to implement policies that are on a book, then we have a problem. These things must not be discussed in a hearing.
Yeah,
we
right.
should come out to say it with both face. Our community is going through a transition. I doubt that any other person, don't get me wrong. We need the other people in this community to lead the path and guide us through the process.
It's true.
But the next election, I doubt that an older person will come in because we have been using the old methodological approach. It never worked. I will give an example before I rest. During the elections, when I served as chair of the commissioner, what happened was that I was denying people on not coming to meetings and not paying dues. When my name was taken to when the one sector of the campaign filed a complaint to the board. When I went in front of the board told me to clear everybody. I said we rather don't have any election in this community for me to clear everybody, because I wanted a standard.
Okay, Mr. Griffith, I'll call you back. Sorry, that's a call coming in.
Okay, I wanted to set a standard that attending meetings is important. The way you can go to job and you can go to your classes.
It's true.
And paying your dues to the organization is very important. That's the mass I want to say, because over the years, every election commission will just clear everybody. Even though the sitting secretary general at the time, Mr. Volude, had gambled our records. We had limited records, but we were still fighting to implement. Today, all of the meetings are packed because people want to meet 3 meetings or 5 meetings before next elections. So if this administration was going to get Mr. Boya name in the public, it will shame him, it will shame his surrogates, and he will do better. But because of one individual today, we collateralize the entire association, go to court. Because of one individual, the president of the community is sinning against the 10 commandments of God. Do not lie. The president had to lie for Mr. Boya to save face. We must speak these things without no arrogance, but with respect.
It's true.
And that's why I'm here today.
Thank you so much. Mr. Abba Moba, I have the same question, but if you satisfied with Mr. Salit answer, then I can ask you another question.
Actually, I'll just say 1 or 2 things to her with my SLA.
Okay.
One of my favorite saying is, fool multiplies when wise men stay silent.
It's true.
So it's one of those things where, you ask the question, what needs to be done? And I think You know, in as much the lawsuit is very harsh, I support it 100%, 100%, because these things needs to stop. And where do you draw the line? Now I know people are gonna say, "Oh, Abba brought the administration and he's supporting lawsuit." Yes, I am, and I'm not afraid. You know, so maybe when things like this start happening, then people would start to act right, and that's what we want in this community. So I rest my case.
Thank you very much. I think okay, you are back.
Thank you. No, you go ahead. I've already asked my 2 questions.
Thank you very much. The host, the owner of the show, Fede Logan, the Logan Hours. I'm very proud indeed to be here today to be discussing, propounding to the people of the world and that of the people of this community. My dear mama is calling me, but I will not answer right now because I'm on the show. Thank you very much.
If you want to answer, you can answer. I can answer the next question.
I respect the people of the world.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. That's good.
I will wait. That's my mom. I will talk to her whenever I can. Thank you very much.
That's good.
This is the issue. I will go to. We are on another topic: the inaugural ball. Abba, you serve as a campaign vice chair of Mr. Julius Parker and that of Richard Prince Boyer. You serve as their campaign vice chair. But there's an issue. When we went to the inaugural ball, the community was overwhelmed. The community was in full support. Even I saw Mr. Logan with a camera recording the event.
Yeah.
I was shocked to see somebody who lost the election to be there.
SYZ, the man hit the question in so that because of all we gotta be, I've been up since 1 a.m. Oh, brother. You say 1 a.m. the morning, I'm begging you.
Thank you very much. But that showed that the brother is a leader. The brother is a leader, but some of us did not see it that way. We went on the other side, the most corrupt side that we did not know. But they said not every quiet people in the community or even in a household is a good man. If you are quiet, if your wife depart, your wife leave you, that does not mean that, oh no, say the community said this man was quiet. Why your wife left him? Your wife left him because you don't know what happened in closed door. That's why your wife left him.
Mm-hmm.
It's not everybody quiet are good. I just want to say this. So I did not know Mr. Philip. What you call it again?
Seyunga.
Philip Seyunga Logan. I did not know. But I know what, let me dive into the issue and ask a question to brother over there on the far right, on the far left, Mr. Vice President, former Vice President of the Indiana University of Indianapolis. Mr. Vice President, you were the co-chair to the campaign. And we went to, because you got preached a lot of good message to the people, or messages to the people, that your administration was going to be the best ever in this community. But at the initial stage, when we went to the inaugural board, there was a lot of funds given from the community. Even me, I donated. My wife paid. My mother-in-law. People were in the warehouses in this community that wish I feed their pain. They pay their money, 50, 100, 500. Even the doctor of this community, the dentist, pay 100,000 plus. When I mean 100,000 is exaggeration. But I will say to you, all these money were smuggled by this administration, and then they came in, they gave us false information, and then today we are banned to lawsuit. These are some of the things. So what is your recommendation and what is your view when it comes to the inaugural ball?
Well, the inaugural ball was one of the most turnout, and it was historic. Although from what we see, the community wasn't happy with the report that was given to the general public. You know, unfortunately, I'm not able to deeper into that because, as you know, I was sidelined from all those. You know,
Wow.
it's one of those things where when people need you to win, they use you. But once they get victory, then you're just an outbat. Yeah. So I can speak on the record because I don't have, you know, access to the record. But I know there was, chaos in the community and people weren't happy about it. And that was very unfortunate because, as you said, I was a co-chair and I did stand for the platform. Do I regret standing for the platform? I don't. But do I regret the action of the leadership after the campaign? Yes, I do. So, I can deeper, even though I wish to, but I just can't speak on that because I don't have the numbers, I don't have the facts.
Thank you very much. Abba Mova is pretending like he hails from Harvard University. I like that. Abba Mova, that proves to me that Indiana University, Purdue University is a good place, and I hails from there as well. I'm very proud. Let me put my jacket on. Thank you very much. From D, the most educated man. How you doing, my
God.
brother?
Fine, great.
Thank you very much. There's an issue. We are here to discuss the issue. This is a Brempo issue that Brempo want to know how the community is running. These guys work tirelessly in this community. They work in the warehouses and things. Some are truck drivers. Oh my goodness. Where is Tito Harris? Thank you very much, Tito Harris. If you're one of my boys, I'll give you salutation. But anyway, back to the question. From D, you serve as one of the greatest men in this community. The campaign, I mean not the campaign, but the chairman for the election. You serve as the chairman, and the question to you is: you saw the inaugural ball, which was headed by Eto Monigo as chair lady, and that of what is the young man's name again? I'm forgetting his name.
Mr. Dripper.
Wellington Dripper.
I like to pronounce the first name. Wellington Dripper. Wellington Dripper was a co-chair who was masquerading the community, collecting fun, drinks, and everything. Wellington Dripper, after the program, and I saw he appeared on OP table at the time. I was a co-chair, even though I'm fired right now. He appeared on OP table. I saw the list. There was over 300 people who paid over $50. And other people like Dr. Gongoy, who paid $100,000 plus. Miss Nicole Cooker paid $500 plus. All of those money, I saw it. But at the end of the day, the people reported in deficit. So to you, as an educated man, who believe in transparency and accountability of this community, who want the community to grow, the growth of the community, we believe in that. So what is your thought, or what do you think that this community should have benefited from the inaugural ball?
A lot of things. And let me tell you, the reason why we are hostile as a community is that this community have been ran in a specific order, and people have been running LAI as a gangster enterprise. So looking when you put those messages there, they distract me sometimes.
Sorry, I just now tried to deal with SRC because when I old brother did with he Carter.
That man, my brother, then don't worry about him.
That the man say SRC go straight to the point. Go ahead, my brother. Sorry.
So the community have been ran as a gangster enterprise for years.
That's a harsh one though.
Yeah, I know why I said that. For the last 3 or 4, I'm sorry. Somebody, before I go to the answer, because you say it's harsh, when I was coming on the show, somebody told me the day you want anything in the community, I'll give it to you. But my expertise at the community needed. If you don't want to give me anything, that's your business. You need me more than I
Oh
need you
yeah.
right now.
Oh yeah.
So
You
I would
get
say
water.
how it
You have to
is.
drink water every day.
Yeah, I would say how it is. So when I say that, let's look at the Liberian Men Association as a whole. The last 4
Mhm.
elections have been conducted in this place here. If you don't go to the Liberian Men Association, you don't win elections. So it's LAR becoming the Knight of St. John or they hit the Mason. You have to go there for initiation. What always happens is that when the leaders wins the elections, then you see people comes from the whole and they spearhead the inaugural committee.
Yes.
All of the chaos
Mhm.
that go in the committee go back to those that had the electoral committee. Are they around anymore? That money is
Nowhere.
gone. But the president will appoint and select people to be with the ways and means. But for that short period of time, the ways and means will not participate. The financial secretary will be excluded. Then the gangster will come in and get what they want. Then it lead us into chaos. The administration is scrambling. The president is taking all the blame and they're gone by their business. It has nothing to do with you. The next election, it comes back and they make decisions. That's why I said they will launch a new revolution. It's going to be difficult.
Yes, that's true.
Mhm.
But most of the young people will have to be the next Julius Malema. Samuel Kayando was 35 years old when he became president. Who told you you can't?
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
It's going to be very tough. But there's a time we have to take the sheep from among the goat. And not the ones that anybody that say hallelujah, they will follow them. And not the one that want to be close to the table, they be blind. When the leader leaving power, then they come back, they say, we love LAR. We must start to think out of the box. I will give you a scenario. If I come to you today, the Schrodinger equation, I come to you, I close a box. I put the cat in the box. Comes to you and say, Mr. Logan, is the cat alive or the cat dead? The box is sealed up. The
Mhm.
cat is sound, clean. It's not shaking. It's not moving. The box is sealed up. I come to you, SYZ. I come to you, Abba. I come to you. I say, is the box, is the cat in here alive or dead? How will you answer that question?
It's
You don't
everything.
know. Right now, you can't tell me if it's alive or it's dead.
Mhm.
It's stagnant. The
Mhm.
whole order, we are on a zero compass at the rate of zero. Because when the people take power, they bring in the intruders, they bring in their comrades, they comes, they on the inaugural committee. Let me show you one of the things this administration. This administration is one of the most disrespectful administration I've ever seen since I live in this community. When I say disrespectful, this is the only administration where those that spearhead the elections never had seat during the inauguration program. We were flattening around. We didn't have tables, no recognition, disrespectful. And how they want to run this entire community and the team will just sit down here? No. Hate me, love me. That's your business. I must tell you the truth. Because I love this community. My daughter is almost 11 and my son is almost 5. He's a Liberian and she's a Liberian. We must fix the issues. We must pick the issues and we must fix the issues. Lastly, this administration don't let people of expertise. They take bullies around them so that they can pressing to the jump to them. There are more serious issues concerning us of people than to be a social stone and smoking hookah. We have serious issues here to address in this community. And we must address and confront our adversaries. We are tired. We have given them 1 year plus. And I must speak the same way I heard Rufus Tati accountable. I must hold this administration accountable. Because tomorrow, people will ask, oh, what did you guys say and what you guys did when everything was falling apart?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. As I see, ask that next question.
Yes, I do have a question. I have a lot of I got a series of questions. I'm going to Abba Moba, the vice president of the Indiana University of Indianapolis. Abba Moba.
And I think we have a lot of people want to call. So those who want to call will be opening the line shortly so you can ask your question. So save the number now. The number on the screen here. The number is 401-359-5072. We'll open the line, and when we open the line, we'll only be taking 5 calls because, like what Jeremiah said, everybody here have business schedule, and he been up for a long period. So we just brought the young people here, not to attack people, but to talk about the way forward for our beloved community. Go ahead, Eswazi.
Thank you very much. Before I dive into my question, I would like to I think Tutu Makate. Yes, I'm fired. I'm fired from OP table. If you guys know for me, let me know. Tutu Makate.
And Fela, I got a question for you too. So he will call in, I think.
No problem. Fela Nogos, I know. Fela Nogos, Robert Mugabe. Robert Mugabe, I would like for you to call on this show. I'm here, Robert Mugabe. I know you very well. You're a great man. Thank you very much, Robert Mugabe. Give you a salutation from the hours of Logan's hour. Abba Moba, my question to you. We are diving straight into this thing, inauguration, inaugural ball. This is the issue.
Now we need to discuss the lawsuit.
Yeah. We're gonna get it there. We're gonna get it there. We are going to get it there. Abba Mumba, the inaugural ball committee, which have made us to be at this point today to the lawsuit. That's one of the factors that took us to the lawsuit. If we see the greatest XYZ becoming a witness to those of you that don't know, because of the inaugural ball, and I'm here today to tell you. We have come that far. You know that the greatest XYZ is against corruption in this community, from the Alvin Light administration to this one. I've felt disenchanted. And to you, Abba Moba, when it comes to corruption, what is your stand in this community?
Well, as well as you of all people should know my stand. But anyways, I would let the community know. I'm not a corrupt person. It's one of those things very transparent, and even the records are there. When we ran the campaign for Mr. Parker, I was in charge of receiving and collecting all the funds that was donated. As you can tell, there was sometimes, there was times where I put, when anybody donate, I had an Excel spreadsheet where I put it on, visibly for everybody on our chat room. Even when we were at campaigns, functions, when people send me cash app, where nobody's looking, I still, return those funds to where it needed to be. So, and the thing about it is, when you're in leadership, because believe it or not, I'm a leader. It's one of those things where you got to be very careful with people money, because when people trust you at a higher level, you cannot break that trust, because the way people looked at you before, they won't ever look at you like that again. And I will say this, because of what is going on in this community right now, the higher standard I used to hold some people to is not there no more. And I don't think they can do anything. I will give them the respect. The respect will be there. But the higher standard I held them to is no more. And, I'm a young man. Corruption is one of the things that today is destroying our country. I went to Liberia 2007. It was worse than when I left. And I was a baby when I came here.
2017.
2017, yes, that's what I'm saying. So all those things, when I go home and see, it makes me sad. And to come in the great United States in the summer organization where we're supposed to be better, set example, and the same thing is going on, it's even more worse. So when it comes to corruption, I dislike it.
Thank you.
And I
Thank you
feel
very
like
much.
it is my duty to make a difference. And that's why we're here speaking up to the truth. Even
Thank
though
you.
we say we hate the administration.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Vice President. I'm going to from D Jeremiah Saleh. This is a question to you. I think it's going to be similar to what I asked Abba Mumba or the ambassador. This is the issue. When it comes to corruption, I understand that this community corruption is our problem, and every administration that come in beside the community, the administration that I serve in, that was the Tatis-led government, and that identical administration was very transparent. You know, I don't want to corrupt people. That's why multiple positions have been given to me in this administration. I refuse them because I don't want to be labeled with something like XYZ took our money. No. So to you, from D, even though you are a scientist, but you should know something about politics. You are somewhere, they say the ego does not go to the marketplace for nothing, except there is something. So if you are appearing on a talk show, that means you are familiar with politics. And that's why we are here. From D, the question to you is, what is your stand when it comes to corruption in this administration? What is your stand?
Yeah, SYZ. I hate corruption. I detest corruption, bro. Because you know what corruption does?
No.
It takes away the share for the other people. If all of us has $100 and I take $75 and I leave 25, how much can you, Abba, and Fede Logan have? People who are corrupt, they are selfish. I'm telling you. And let me tell you something about corruption. Corruption is not only monetary values. It's not only money. Some people in this community, they are corrupt in their thoughts. They lie. It's corrupt. They lie to you. They try to fool you. They are corrupt. Some people are very manipulative. They are corrupt. The first place corruption starts from is when your leaders start lying to you. Because the power is vested in the people. When we talk about corruption in the administration, putting out all the administration eating all the money, the 53,000, no. You talk money without the consent of the assembly, you are corrupt to the hardcore. We must be informed of our resources, our finances. Even if you have good intent, if your proceedings wasn't in order, you are corrupt. So corruption is not about taking money, eating all the money, and then we say we corrupt. We are corrupting our mindset. We are corrupting our proceedings. The administration will tell you how they corrupt they are. When they come out with budget to pass the budget, what they do is that they mobilize, they carry people that will support them so they can pass what we call hallelujah budget. The budget between they and the Holy Spirit. That's what they do. Then they start calling you. That's when they call Abba. They call Jeremiah. We are about to pass budget. You please come and vote. You are corrupt. If your budget is sincere, don't call people. Go and put on the floor. Let people reject it. When you mobilize, and when you get it, when you get the money, you miss and abuse the mind of the people. What are our leaders taking us to be? Are they thinking we'll always be ignorant? No. So what I'm saying is corruption is not just stealing money and hiding it. Even your thoughts can make you corrupt. And I detest it. That's why I come out and speak. Some of the people that sit with the leaders, I have sat in gathering with them. They discuss how the leader doing this, the leader doing that. But when they're in the face of the leaders, they are not able to tell the leaders you are wrong. I will give an example before I rest my case. I always have to give an example because I had a very good retentive memory. You cannot do sounds with limited memory. You have to store a lot of information in your mind. The last meeting, I stood up in that meeting. I gave an idea. I remember even after the meeting, I met our president that we all care about. We say, President, take a phone and just call Kiwi. You guys go and have lunch. One of my brothers was there and said, we can't compromise with Kiwi. See how they can misadvise people? I was in the president's face and telling the president call Kerry. Because your community is bigger than your ego. Because your AR is bigger than an individual. Because of your ego, our association will go down. Anything could happen in court. We didn't pray for the West. But they said they want to prove to Kerry. How can an organization prove to an individual? It's like me say I'm going for Abad. You know, when Abad flog me, I'll be ashamed. But when I flog Abad, I have no news. It's my little brother. How can these people think? What are the approaches? Who are advising them? We need to reevaluate our surroundings when we take public offices.
Yeah, right.
Thank you very much. You did mention who is advising them, the blind leading the blind. That's why we are here to discuss the issue. The blind lead the blind, and they will always wear goggles and shades around here. Even if even if it is raining, they are wearing goggles, and that's what happened. The black goggles, and that's why we are here. When you are wearing black goggles, you don't see it anymore. That's why the Greater SYZ is here. You did mention about the budget committee, and so on. That's why I refuse to serve on the budget committee. Out of Greater SYZ who believe in transparency and accountability.
It's a hallelujah budget, brother.
I will not the Greater SYZ. I will not shall not ever serve on the budget committee.
And y'all got some people who following the one to call though.
And if
I mean, let's open the line because we have the whole time here.
And just a breaking news, the president appointed me on the budget committee just yesterday. On Sunday, I was removed. On Sunday, I was fired from from Opitable, the yellow Opitable, the yellow cap Opitable with a flat tire. I was fired. And then yesterday I was removed from the budget committee chat room. I was removed without any approach. That's dictatorship, and we don't accept those things. But anyway, we are here to discuss the issue. That's why I'm here. I'm the Greater SYZ. I fear thee not. It's the cowards that many times before they are dead. The defendant takes them at once. Of all the ones
that I have seen,
that definition will come in.
Those shall come when it comes. Judas is so.
Yeah, Mama is in heaven. My dad is in heaven. I already have houses in heaven. Whenever I die, I will go to my mama. My mama is there. Fear death not. Well, let's dive straight into the issue. Even my little sister and my brother, they are all in heaven. I can go there anytime. I fear but I do wrong. That's why I got my beautiful wife. Thank you very much.
As I say, can we take 3 calls? Then we get back to
3 calls. Now we get 3 calls. I got my beautiful wife right here. Thank you very much. If you don't know, now you know. I got my beautiful wife right here. Thank you very much.
All right. So if you're following us, though, we have more questions to ask our panelists. So you can now post your question through the comment section, or you can also call in if you want to. So we can also read your question if you have those. If you want to call in, you can call in. The number here is 401-359-5072. I have Mr. Anthony Gavler, the first person on the line. Mr. Gavler, go ahead.
Yes, good evening, Logan, Owl, and his panelists.
Okay, just hold on, Mr. Gavler. Hold on. Let me join you with S. Carter. So I'll tell S. Carter to wait as the second person on the line. S. Carter, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, S. Carter, just hold on a little. Mr. Gavler is on the phone right now. Go ahead, Mr. Gavler.
All right. I have 2 questions right now, one for Jeremiah and one for Abba.
Mr. Gavler, you gotta lower your receiver in the back.
I have nothing here with me.
Okay, Ascara, can you please mute your phone so we can see what's happening?
Am I better?
Okay, go ahead now. You are better.
Okay. I have 2 questions, one for Abbott and one for Jeremiah and one for Abbott.
Okay, go ahead. Be fast.
Okay, for Jeremiah. It appears as though Jeremiah knew that the basket was rotten, but he still ignored the rot of it and gave it to us. He had the right to disqualify Boya based on the information he had. But because at the time, whatever relationship he had with Boya or for the election, he concocted the story to make Boya qualify based on his own aspiration. So I guess I would like Jeremiah to come up plainly to say that he made error for doing that, and he should be held responsible for any bad leadership that Boya brought to the association.
So what's the question?
That's one. My question is Jeremiah prepared to apologize to the Liberian people? Okay? He admitted that they used to kill Jeremiah, and that's a Boya did some things in Liberia, but because of XYZ, he downplayed it.
No, it can't be XYZ. It can't be XYZ.
Okay, ask the second question, Mr. Gibler.
So is he right to apologize?
No,
I will address your question. Ask the next one.
When was the last time?
Okay.
Based on his proximity with the leadership. When was the last time he sat with Parker to discuss some of the ills? Because he was one of those, some people voted for Parker because of what he told them, because of the trust they had in him. When he saw things were not the way he thought it was, when was the last time he sat with Parker to discuss some of these issues?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Gifler.
And the next one was is about the lawsuit. The case is in court. All right? I think that discussing it on the platform is useless. Let the court play it out.
Okay.
Nobody knows which way the case is going to go. So for Cynthia to discuss who ran, who did who, I think it doesn't make sense. Let the court system play it out, and we'll tell all the verdict.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Gifler.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much, Mr.
Escada. Okay, I come in just a second, SRC. I have Escada on the phone. Escada, go ahead. Mr. Carter, are you there?
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I'm here, man.
Okay, go ahead.
First thing I want to
So hold on, I'll merge you with Jan Volula. So just hold on. Jan Volula, can you mute your phone after Escada will be you?
Okay.
All right, go ahead, Escada.
Yeah.
Escada,
I want to appreciate
you have to lower what you're listening to because we have to repeat of it. Yeah.
You can hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now. We can hear you. Jan, are you listening to Sonny? Then you gotta mute yourself, Jan.
I am mute.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Escada.
Okay. First things first, I want to.
Okay. Anything, just call it up. They just focus on the call.
Yeah, I'm talking to you on the phone at the same time. I'm listening. I'm watching the show.
Oh, but they just gotta call the show, or they just talk first. They literally get on the show.
Okay, no problem. Okay. Let me play right now. Hold on, let me do it right now.
Yeah. Jeremiah will get this on feedback. That's why.
Okay. Hold on a second. Okay. Hello.
Yeah, you're good now. You're good.
Firstly, man, I want to appreciate you, man, Mr. Logan, for bringing the community show to the public, and we appreciate you a lot. But I'm not gonna really be saying nothing much. I'm just gonna direct my question to. I'm sure it's not even a question because I listened to my brother Jeremiah. I listened to Abad, Mr. Abad. I listened to SYZ, and when it comes to the community, there's a lot of stuff, a lot of things that that are happening and been happening that we as a community really have to address, and not just address. We need to solve the problem.
Sure.
Yeah, let me start with my brother Jeremiah. You see, he's a great man. He's a good person. I'm not praising him because I like him. I'm just speaking facts because of the relationship and the time I've been knowing Jeremiah. During this campaign of Mr. Julius background, Jeremiah played a major role in the community. He had a lot of reason to make decisions, and he had the opportunity. So, some of us, we don't know how to back wrong. We don't know how to tell people, say, you're wrong is right. So we have very few likes in the community, and I okay with that. No problem. It's okay with me. But you know, as a uh, as a person like Jeremiah, like he had the opportunity to make a lot of changes during the campaign of Julia Packer.
Okay.
I rode with him. We talked many days. Jeremiah was the person that can call me. I call him. We talk. He's my brother. You know, we came from a long way. When he speaking about, you know, all everything that happened in the government, Mr. Julia Packer government, you know, all the issues, how they use other people. Then when they got the victory, they just silence other people. About was probably one of the victims. I mean, major victim, because I can say that because I know the fact. And yeah, I went into some very technical, you know, decision making. But still, he was not under no gunpoint. He had the opportunity to make a decision that would save the community and save the whole show right now that we all listening to, you know, all the virus, all the bad feeling coming up and things. I will not say I want to be sorry for the community. I will not say that, because Jeremiah is still in the gap that he had a decision. He had the opportunity to make that decision when Mr. Boyer was not fit to be vice president. He had the decision to make. The power was given to him. You know, he was supposed to, based on the research and or whatever he discovered, and he had facts, he was supposed to make that decision. He was supposed to make that decision immediately. When he allowed this individual to take office, you know, forget about what other people will say, like, because, oh, Jeremiah, you know this, no, that. No. Make your decision based on the facts. We talk. And so I'm just going to do this because, I mean, the Liberian people in the community, they don't have a lot of evidence on this man. So my thing is, after they have taken office, this man enjoying his position, using his power in the way he wants to, you know, and the community is not together. People fighting among each other, insulting each other. At the end of the day, you can blame we, the community members, for having issues. When you already give on the opportunity for somebody to sit to where they're probably not supposed to be sitting.
Zakara, you got any question for Mr. Jeremiah and Abbott?
Okay, so my question is, why now, you know, why we on the show here, watching Jeremiah talking about, you know, things that was supposed to be done long time, that he had the power to make that decision. And this man has actually already been appointed, enjoying his position, using his power, and people are not happy. Because when you look at the community is actually divided. There's no going come, there's no nothing about it. You can't deny it, you can fake it. People don't speak to each other in this community, people don't talk to each other. It's divided. You know, XYZ may be okay with Julia Packer administration. But what about the next person that probably not okay with the decision of them running the community as leader? So that's my question to my brother, you know, and nothing. Or when you have a new soul on your phone, you treat that soul for it to heal. Now when the soul is actually messed up and it's beyond repair, there's nothing you can do about it. You just got to live with it.
Thank you so much, Mr. Carter. We got a lot of caller coming in.
All right, I'll rest my case for now, and then the next question will probably go to Mr. Abbott.
Okay, thank you. So, caller, you got to hold on. We got Mr. Yan Folule who's about to speak right now. Hello, caller.
Yes.
So, can you hold on, please? Let me get Mr. Yan Folule. So, Mr. Yan Folule, go on.
Yes, Mr. Logan, thank you once again. Like I always say, it is a privilege to you know, to call on the show today. It is a privilege.
Thank you.
I want to say thanks for the show today, and I want to say hello to all of the panelists and the studio guests today out there. But I want to say something before I ask my question, if you can permit me, please.
Go ahead.
You know, it is sad for us to be in the kind of time in the community that all of our brothers in the studio say they love. The community they say they love. Parents are grieving over the loss of their children. Children are grieving over the loss of their parents. We are being hit with tragedy in our community that we all claim today that we love. Because everything that everyone say in studio today that they love the community. Our pastors have united themselves to go and speak to God. For God to have mercy and bring some peace in our community because of the tragedy that we are going through.
Sure.
When we sit in studio, when we are going through all of those stuff, we sit in studio instead of promoting the positive things that our pastors are planning to do for our community. Instead of promoting it, we sit and preach division, lies, and we are talking about because we are better with ourselves. Because if you're not at peace with yourself, you will not make peace with the next person. That's what I see today.
Okay. What's
now my question is, what from the initial stage of this administration that is there today that my brothers in studios are talking about? They have the opportunity. They have the opportunity. The opportunity was given to them. All of them had the opportunity. They were appointed in each position. They were giving them position. They were getting position. They were getting position. So, and what my question is, what prevented them from coming on board with a unique mind? They claim they have of bringing peace and bringing unity in the community that they say it is divided. For me, I know our community is not divided. But for bringing unity in our community, what prevented them?
Yeah, but remember, we got to other quarter now, my man.
Their expertise that they say they can bring people together, or what prevented them for not taking a position and working with this administration to make things better? And what are the solution?
Okay.
What solution do they have?
Thank you, Mr.
I want the only thing I'm good at making people look bad. Like, the only thing you good at.
Thank you, Mr.
Logan, is it possible? Is it,
So,
who gonna,
so we have the last person. Just a person for the person we're done. Go ahead, caller.
Expertise to make people look bad.
How you doing, Mr. Logan? This is Penno Alvin.
Okay, this is Mr. Alvin Penno calling from.
How you doing, Chief?
The former president. Go ahead, Chief.
Yeah, good evening to the studio guests and your panelists. I heard the expose is all good, but one thing we should take note of is Indiana is being zoomed at. I think there were people in the studio a couple of days ago, and a journalist called me from one of those radio stations, the Maya Mobile, and said your people discussing certain things there in the state of Indiana. What I'm saying is that there are people viewing the potentials of people output, the logical approach, and what have you.
It's true.
I know that leadership is tough to lead people who have the sense of self-entitlement and think that their idea may surpass the rest of the people is difficult. So in these difficult times, I think what we should do is to find ground of reconciliation. But at the same token, I'm not saying we cannot flag the wrong. We should identify problem, collectively bring ideas together. And I think every one of you in studio there have your individual potential and your expertise in terms of leadership and the workability of the know-how as to how we can solve these problems. So my suggestion is, instead of tearing things apart, I think we can put ideas together, come to ground of understanding to make things work.
And I appreciate everyone for airing their view and critiquing people. That is the essence of leadership. Those high-rooted thoughts must be brought to the table to solve things that make people much more stronger.
Okay, Bernice, hold on.
Appreciate and thank everyone. Thank you for the time.
Thank you so much, Mr. Alvin Penham. That's the former president of the Liberian Community of Indiana. Go ahead, Charlie. You're the last person. We'll just squeeze it in, Bernice. Go ahead.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Bernice.
Thanks for letting me in. I'm just calling to kind of, reiterate on what I stated on Open Table on Saturday. Like Jeremiah Saleh said, people come around and act like they love this community. They love LAI, but they love their egos and they love their popularity and they love whatever agenda they are trying to push themselves. Because there are a lot of things, if you love your organization or community like you said you do, you will come together and try to find a common ground. There will be no poking out of the chest. There will be no trying to prove a point. Our people always crying about how they want change, but they don't know when it comes to change. That means if you were one of the people that was doing wrong in the community and benefiting from it, it has to stop. People love the people that are in power more than their community. There are some people right now, they're working with people only because, that person here will have my back when I'm wrongdoing. But by the time they do something, they will turn on them and bring all their wrongdoing outside. We shouldn't be waiting until we get into power with somebody to bring them to the forefront. If we love our community, we need to do just that and work for the betterment of the community. People get mad because people ask questions. If you are part of LAI and you want to ask a question, your question should be answered because you should be valued as a member. It shouldn't be, he's bringing chaos. And for Jan that just called to say he don't see the division in his community, he got to be blind. Very blind. The division in this community, you can see it from a mile away. Here it is. We have an administration, and there are people in the administration who won't go on several people's shows to promote their program because they have a problem with how that person delivers or speak out. We have people within the administration that was sent out information that's not supposed to be disseminated out yet. They were sending out to other people to put it out, and they hide their hands. And those people know who they are. So if you guys love this community so much and LAI so much, try to do better and try to speak out when something is going wrong, and don't be quiet just because you like the person doing the wrong. Because what you allow today will definitely come back and bite you in the butt. And I said this because Jeremiah Saleh, I wasn't going to go without giving it to you. You allowed this to come into play, so now you will have to deal with it and make sure next time you know what to do. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Philip.
Yeah, okay, go ahead. So, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, caller. I'm not taking no more
Yeah,
calls.
Philip, I want make a quick point.
Yeah, go ahead, Abad. That's your show.
You see, young people in the community to be very afraid of young. I'm telling you, see one thing.
Go ahead.
Young is very good at making people look bad. That his expertise. For young to come on a show like this and say, we know the community going through this and that, and we're here discussing this. Yeah, weren't you the same person on Open Table Saturday discussing the issues?
Yeah.
You didn't know the community were in Babo. You didn't know that was stuff happening in the community. Like you can call on the show today and say we are heartless. So when you do it in favor of the administration, you are not heartless. But when we do it, then we are the bad people. Be very afraid of Yan.
Thank you very much. Before anybody come in, let me come in a little bit and dive into the swimming pool. This is a swimming pool right now. I'm
Yeah.
wet. I'm soaking wet. Thank you very much. I will start with Penna. Penna proponent very well, to be honest, as a former president of this community. We have disagreed on numerous occasions, even though there was a lot of vandalism during administration. Because of his administration,
Yeah, me?
Yeah, Jeremiah will come in.
Remember,
Jeremiah will
SYC
come
is
in.
your host, so people ask
SYC,
questions. So
yeah, you are the host. So
conclude.
allow our guests to answer the question.
SYC conclude. Don't make conclude, but I say you
Okay.
must finish because I can answer the poll question.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
you can conclude. SYC, go on. You're all in flat.
I reiterate.
Yeah.
Even though there was a lot of issues and vandalism during your administration, Mr. Penna, in this community, some of us were victims. Even up to now, the Dodge Charger were left in. I left that in Chicago, Illinois. The trooper took that and they put it to the auction. It's because of you, Mr. Penna. You are in Liberia right now. But you propounded very well. Let me leave that. To the brother young that Volula, favorite son of Niba Kante, a better driven politician. I said that last Saturday. That's why I got fired, and I saying that again on Logan hours. Maybe they'll tend to Logan hours say fire him. Even though I'm not hired yet, but I'm still looking. But there's an issue. Young Volule will come out in this community masquerading, seeking favor. Let me tell you, Mr. Volule, we know there's death in the community. We love the people. We sympathize with them. Don't make us look like a bad guys. We aren't the bad guys. When there's issue, government is continuity. Government is eternity. People will live. People will die. I was sitting here today. My mom is in heaven. My dad is in heaven. I'm not proud of that. My sister, my sibling, they are in heaven. I'm not proud of that. But the issue is, sometimes when things happen, that's why we close down open table at the time things happen. For 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks, we did not go to open table because we love the community. We know the community will be read. So don't come here to place a call to make you look good. One day you will come, you will need the vote of these people on this table.
You will not get my vote, no day.
So, to be very audacious to the people of this community, Nyamvulude, do not come here and make the people on this table to look like, in African term, Bugumen, the bad guys. So, in a nutshell, politics is not for children. We have come here to express ourselves to the Liberian people and to give them recommendation as to what they can do in the future for this place to be a better place. Not to ever elect men like Boya in this community. The virus. I reiterate. I was on the scene TV, open table, the flat tire at this historical junction. I got fired. I was there giving information that Boya was a good man. I did not know him because my brother Joseph said they brought him to me and said this man is a good man. And I embraced that. I thought he was a good man. But he was a worst man in this community. You know, I want to take this medium this time to apologize to the people of this community to mislead them. Because the records are there on open table. The records are there. Look, I'm not too big to apologize. I apologize to you, my fellow Liberian, honor my voice, honor the voice of the Logan's Hour. I say to you, I brought to you a bagger who have smuggled our money from the bank from 51,000 to 48,000. Now we are in a lawsuit. It is because of Fede Logan. I mean, I'm not saying Fede Logan, Prince Richard Boya. I reiterate. It is because of Prince Richard Boya today we are in a lawsuit. And you guys, my people, even though I don't have my mom, but I got my mother-in-law who is very old. She's working. She paid her due. And we are in a lawsuit. So welcome to the mind of the Liberian people. So our people should go to work and pay their dues. And then the money being used for lawsuit. Are you killing me? And then we say it is a law of our brother. No.
I guess our guess address the question.
There is a need for us to recalibrate and think outside the box. I'm not looking for friends anymore. I'm not looking for brother. I got my brothers in heaven. So, with that being said, Yan and Dad Volule, you need to come here and make a call and apologize to the panelists on this show for putting them under the bus, for making them look like a bad guys in this community, for making them to look like the people that does not have this community at heart. We love this community.
When you're on open table on Saturday discussing issues, but we the bad guys.
We love this community. That's why, Mr. Nyan Volude, you are living with corruption, but we are free of corruption. That's why we speak out. The community money have been taken away from the bank account and then been used for lawsuit. You got hard the identical information from us. We had to find us one way or the other. If it wasn't looking hours, I wouldn't have even known anything about the money taken from the bank. Now, people are paying their dues, and then they don't know where their money going. But I don't want to take over the show to monopolize the conversation. That's why we got Fandi. Fandi, yes. I gave you courtesy to propose.
So you know, I'll answer the question, but I will start with Yan because he's the one now that is being discussed. So I don't want to go and come back to him. See, Yan, like my co-guest said, be careful with Yan. It's a terrible species. Be careful with him. Yan with his normal renting, coming up here, say people now feeling happy within themselves. That is a borrowed language. I know where he got that from. But that's the pedigree of not having your own mindset. So you always borrow people's language and behave like people. Until you can learn to be independent, you will not come on renting at people who have held themselves to higher standards. What am I saying this? Yan is here saying that he so loved this community in normal chicaneries. He goes around fooling people. I say he loved this community. He's saying that we don't love this community, but Yan was on open table Saturday. I want to re-emphasize that. Discussed issue for almost an hour and a half. He never knew that this community had a loss. We are all empathetic as Yan is, but I know Yan is not empathetic. He's doing all that to gain political score. And we're not like him who had to fake it to make it. We are blunt. When we want to speak, we speak. We have no fear and favor. So my brother, you can buy your favor today, but I can tell you this community is going to give you bread instead of giving you lemonade when you want it. Why am I saying this? Yan asked a question. What have we done when the president appointed us? Yeah, I'm not like you who don't have no moral compass. I'm not going to spearhead our elections in this community. After the election, then I comfortably start working with the administration that people accuse me of rigging the elections. Even though all elections all over the world, globally, nationally, everywhere, once the elections, people will have their feelings. People will feel disenchanted. Even though it's not constitutional, but my ethics and my moral won't allow me to take a job from this administration. If it was Yan, he would have done that. That's why it's strange to him to see somebody like Jeremiah City who has the moral compass and the pedigree to say, I don't want your job because I want to be free to speak for the people. Next elections, if I don't want to be a commissioner, if they don't ask me to be a commissioner, I can campaign and I can take a job, but not. And nobody that have ever spearheaded election in this community take a job and started working. So I followed the historical trend of my fellow commissioners. When Kerry was given job on the Rufus 30, he didn't take it. When Hannah Kudubo didn't take a job, or Pastor Craig never took a job, or Jeremiah said now should take a job. So they seem very young and run around and damage my reputation. Before I go to the next question, I want to re-emphasize, be careful with Yan. Yan has a history of betraying leaders. He betrayed Alvin Pennon. He betrayed Rufus 30. He betrayed this community. He could not produce 2 records as a Secretary General who went into chaos and tatters. He seems very young today. He's here. telling people in studio, they don't love this community. Yan betray even his own individual friends. He say you're not comfortable in your skin. Borrow language. Let me tell you how Yan betray Peno. When Peno traveled out of the country, Yan was running around saying Peno will never come back to America. He may be indicted. I'm saying it on the record because Yan is fake. I don't let people to always cross my line. I don't like that. I respected Yan, kept a lot of secret. But Yan has always come to make himself look good. The very Peno who was fake when Peno came back to this country and Peno gave him almost $700 worth of shoes, Peno was his ally, his best friend. And guess what? When Peno went to Liberia to run for representative, he wearing Peno shirt all around the place. He's 6 grade. He has no integrity. You cannot put yarn and integrity in the same sentence. They do not coexist.
It will blow off.
Secondly, he did that to Rufus Tati. When the runs get rough, Yan resigned and said he's taking care of his man. 2 weeks later, Yan was campaigning and undermining the same administration. Yan is doing the same thing to Paco. I will tell you what Yan did to me personally as a friend. I don't want to be personal, but I have to say this. Yan is going to launch a new program that is coming up this year in September. I placed a call to Yan after he was in a gathering talking something about Jeremiah City that I didn't like. I called him behind closed door as a brother. I said, Yan, you were in a gathering discussing this about me. I didn't like it. Through our conversation, like I would do as usual, forgive him and forgive those who hurt me and move on. We started talking and share a vision with Yan. I said, Yan, we are the next leaders of this community. What we need to do, we need to host programs to honor our elders. I share my vision with Yan. Yan take it today. He created a group. He running with it and he launching. Just the kind of man that will come to Jeremiah City and tell me that I don't have no love for this community. Or men who go everywhere, cause chaos, cause division, cause segregation, and just masquerade this entire community. But you know why people that Yan succeed? Because the ignorance of our people. You know why people that Yan succeed? The gullibility of our society. So I will rest Yan for now. I don't want to discuss Yan, and Yan don't have no moral compass to question me for sitting on this show. Let me go to Mr. Anthony Gavler. Let me go to Mr. Anthony Gavler and get a kind of question. You know, when you are election commission, when you get that kind of a job, you do not be personal. You do not be emotional. Because when you take personal feelings to that job, you will make some vindictive decisions. When we were commissioners, we were 5 commissioners. I cannot monopolize or be a dictator to the commissioners. And as I said, my brother Kelly, who called in studio today, Kelly called me. On the record, I gave Kelly the benefit of that. I said, you travel to Liberia than any other person. So go and bring the records that you get from Mr. Boyala are tangible. You know where our country we come from. Anybody can come out and publish a newspaper. Newspaper is not evidence-based. So just say, oh, because in the newspaper, so the man is an indictee. Or the man went to prison. I could not do that. I would just be vindictive. So everybody was given the benefit of the doubt. Mr. Boya Clarence, he was the last person to even be accepted by the commissioner. We held it, and nobody in the community could stand up to say, this is what we found. Therefore, I could not hold him. Number 2, when people are doing these things, they are not standing alone. Some members of the particular board today that treating Kerry the way they are and making statement to Kerry that this is your last bus stop. Those same people have similar utterances when I was a commissioner. Some of them look at me in the face, they don't like me. When they have an interest somewhere, they will stay clear out, even if you stay in the way. I, as an individual, I could not have stood in the way of the people. We have 5 commissioners. I was only there to break that. And if majority vote for Mr. Boya, so you have it. But one thing I can tell you, the leopard cannot leave his skin beyond. Richard Boya has a job. From the inception of getting to election to be qualified, It was a lot of hoodoo badu behind him. He get a job, there's a lot of hoodoo badu behind him. So it just tells you there's a lot of bug because he now gets a job. Today we are in our court because of him. Because of him, could men like Mr. Paco have to stand up and take the whip because of him? The same way I took the whip at that time from other people because of Boya. So this is a trending thing, but I could not personalize the commissioner. I have to let the commissioner make the decision as a body and not as an individual. So, Mr. Gavler, I will not apologize because I think my judgment is right. And if that same scenario have to occur and reoccur, I will have to make the same decision in the same way. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I have to say so far. Thank you.
Let me come in, Mr. Logan. I'm sorry, I gotta come in a little bit.
Let me answer, Mr.
They asked about a question too. Yeah.
Go ahead, Albert.
Yeah, I'll be short. I'll be brief because the question Amy said, yeah, not anything worth it. But anyways, Uncle Tuning, he's my uncle. Anyways, much respect for my uncle, one of my favorite uncle. His question was, when did I sit with Mr. Paco to express my concerns? You see, these are part of the problems in this community when you ask me a question like that. You know, you see your house is burning and there are kids in the house. Then you ask a question, why did one of the children kids didn't get up to turn the fire off? Does that make sense? Right now, it's not about putting blame on why you didn't say this or you didn't do this. Can you not tell by my action that I drew away?
Mm-hmm.
These are the problems. These are the problems. You blaming a young man like me on the actions of the administration. Why he didn't say anything? Didn't my actions speak louder than words? But then again, these are supporters of the administration, whether they go wrong. These are people that say I felt disenchanted because I drew away.
Mm-hmm.
But little did they know, unlike Jan Volule, when I do things, I do it because it's from my heart. Because I'm loyal. It's not because I want a job. So that's why after the election, when Mr. Paco and Feda Noka asked me on the table, I asked them, what you want for the record? I told him I want nothing. I just wanted the administration to win. You understand me? So, Mr. Giver, this is not a blame game. We need to fix. Like the former president, Alpha Bina said, we need to fix. We need to come up with ways in which we can fix the issues. So don't put a blame on a community member like me, okay? Thanks for your question anyways.
Thank you very much. I think we should be diving straight to the lawsuit. That's one of the biggest things on our agenda here today. We're going to discuss this. It's very prudent for the discussion to the Liberian people. Liberian people want to know where is their money. Why are the people taking their money from the bank account? Miss Fatima Fambola, who we trusted so much, she is the current finance secretary. But our question will go to Jeremiah Sele, and then I will go to Abba Mumba. This time around, it's going to be from highest to low. It was from low to higher, but we're going to go from high to low. Over follow delay, Mr. From the question to you about the lawsuit. We are buying this community. We had never ever this administration come and go. Panel who are accused of being one of the bad guys as a leader of this community. He did not go to court at ever. But now we have this administration. The easiest man, the man that the people love, now is in the courthouse. So, Mr. Fandi, what is your recommendation and what are some of the things that we are put into place to avoid the lawsuit?
As we say, it's already in court. It's already in court. The plaintiff, there are ways to get around the plaintiff. The plaintiff is an individual.
Mm-hmm.
He's a person we all have access to. He's accessible. And I think he's open-minded and objective. In my little man, my little heart, we talk to the president, but the president is more barricaded with people than the plaintiff. Plaintiff is a one man we can get to. With the leadership now, the bull and everybody, the advisors and everybody around the president, he has to prove tough to his people. But what I think here is that the way around is to call a conference. We are a community. We have to call a conference. If the administration reach out to us in our low man sense, we can make that conference happen. Because we can reach on both sides. I know tonight my harsh words, some of the executives don't want to listen to me anymore, but we are still friends. I never intend to destroy anybody. I here to speak the reality and face my adversaries. But if they give us the opportunity, we can reach out to Kerry. Even though they were both was given the opportunity, well, I can tell you off the record, some of the board members, the reason why they were supporting the administration so much is that because they wanted to retain their position as a board member. They were not looking at the bigger picture that if this thing go to court, the survivability and the sustainability of LAR is questioned. They didn't see it from that point. They saw it from the point that Kerry is a one man and we can shut him off like we've been shutting other people off in the past. But when you grow in population, you grow in ideology.
That's true.
You grow in attitude, you grow in behavior.
That's true.
The expresso, Rufus Tati clearly stated from the embryonic stage of this show, the genesis, that he rather go to court. Because when you go to court, doesn't mean you're a criminal.
Of course.
You just want to redress on ethical and moral issues. He said here he rather go to court than to use Prophet Key. Because Prophet Key alone is a different kind of weapon.
Not nuclear weapon.
Yeah. He said he rather go to court before somebody busts his car or tear his tires.
Yeah.
So he believed, I think, Kerry took a diplomatic route. The diplomatic route is, our constitution is being looked at carefully by the judges. And if they don't satisfy with how we're spending the money, then they can put an injunction or do whatever they want to do.
It's true.
But they may speak to the naivety.
Yep. Go ahead.
Of this organization, because it's two different things. Right now, what they're doing is that they are ruling us. They're not leading us. They're not governing us. Because there's a difference to govern and there's a govern to rule. When you govern, you follow constitution, you follow moral, when you rule, you impose. Right now, they are ruling us. They're not governing us. So because they want to show strength, and when you're ruling, you got to show ego. And that's where it gets difficult. Because now, everybody wants to prove strength. But then who suffer? LAR suffers. When we speak that day with sincerity, you know what they say? You don't like a place that you hating with, you living with hate. But the people who speaking they hate. When you're all in their vein, you can see all in their fool. As soon as they see your face in the gallery, their whole morphology change. They don't even want to see the ground you walk on. If you dare today, they will celebrate. But they say you don't want to hate them.
Thank you.
Just enter in a gathering with them.
Thank you very much.
Everything will be boring. So, ladies and gentlemen, the way forward is to conduct a conference.
Yeah.
We should call a conference as a community. The leadership should take the bold step and say, Kerry, let's get this stuff out of the court. And some of us can tell him to withdraw the case.
That's true. And as I said, just before you come in, right? I spoke with Jeremiah yesterday. We're on the phone. And we were talking about this same lawsuit. And his point to me was, Philip, if I'm the president, right, and I'm faced with this situation, the first thing I would look at would be the cost benefit analysis.
Yes.
If I go to court, what do I benefit? Even if I win the case, what do I benefit? Nothing. So it means even if I win the case, I will still be losing because I hire a lawyer. So there was no need to go to court because you have nothing to benefit.
Yes.
So the only thing you benefit are, we beat a man in court.
Yes.
But you're losing money. That should have been simple conference. Call the elders. Call they see pastoral people where when something happen, they can pull flyer or say they want to pray for the community. They could talk. Yeah, but that's true. They always wait for things that they're about to be in the community before they come in. But when we're having issues where the community is being divided, they don't come in.
Yeah.
And sometimes when I come here, when I'm making those points, people feel that are saying it harshly, but sometimes it's the reality. Because some of the things that young people talk about in the community, crying about this, crying about this, crying about this. That's why they have the pastoral council. They are the elders of the town. Step in, call the relevant parties, and let's have these conversations. Look at somebody coming up, say, everybody on the platform here, they are hateful. Why the community been having series of bereavement around and nobody say anything. But the same person was on this Saturday bragging as he's the only one who is a higher contributor to everything in this town. Listen to him.
Financially.
Yeah. Effort. Time. I still stand by my word until somebody else can come up and tell me, say, yeah, I tap you in this. I'm the highest contributor to LAR since I got involved with LAR.
Okay, so the brother said that's his own achievement. So he means when they have a program, he there early to help to sweep the floor, park the chairs. Yes, but everybody bragging about that. But why I say he wasn't talking about those that have passed away in the few time? How can we go to the family? How can we go and encourage them? How can we pray with them? But he bragging about he being a higher contributor in terms of his time, financially, and all of that. So I see that because Paul, who wrote Corinthians, when he was speaking to the poor of Corinth, because they were corrupt at the time, he said, stop being hypocrites. You can say something with your mouth the other way, then when you go on the other side, you're saying it differently. So you want to tell me that you are not judging yourself by the same examples, but you want to hold me to certain standards and hold yourself to another standards. So I think in this situation, the call he plays here, I think he was being a hypocrite, according to how Paul described it. Go ahead, Albert. I think you want to come in.
Yeah. As far as you want the question again, as far as the lawsuit.
I'll come in with a question, but
what's the way forward?
I had a different question for you. I want to ask a different question because time is fast.
Somebody may want to answer the same question.
Yeah, no, I'll keep it short and simple.
Okay.
Yeah, so Jeremiah already said everything. Just one thing I wanted to add is, yeah. I'm reading this.
The Abram panel. That's his point.
Okay.
He tried to buttress what Jeremiah Sele said here.
Yeah, so I just want to, while Jeremiah was speaking, I just thought of a few things I wrote down that I wanted to just share with everybody. And one of the things I came up with is, a good leader does not have to fight every single battle that comes his or her way. Sometimes we have to sort out our pride to let the integrity of the institution persevere.
It's true.
But you have people around the president, the likes of Otto, that we used to respect. That same person, you can do this, you can do this, you can do that. That's not what we're about. Because guess what? If LAI go to court and lose, we all lose.
We lose.
We all lose. Even the person who's taking to court, Mr. Kerry, he himself lost.
You will lose, yeah. The only person that benefits is a Jewish lawyer.
Exactly. But people are not seeing it like that. When some talk, they just think we just hit the administration. If I hit the administration, I would have been doing what I was doing the campaign.
My brother, that why we call displacement.
You know what I'm saying? But
don't worry about that.
But anyways, I rest my case.
That's why the way your question you got to ask.
I have a question for you, Abba Moba, the vice president of the university. This is a question to you. The action of the board when the president took the affair. Well, I mean the affair. I mean the inaugural board affair to them. When the corruption was high in this community, when the General Assembly was feeling disenchanted, when the president refused to listen to the General Assembly, he said the board will solve the problem. Today we are in a lawsuit. So, what is the recommendation to the board, the former board?
Well, it's one thing to recommend something to somebody, but are they going to listen?
Yeah.
You know, it's very unfortunate that we find ourselves in a community where when you're a certain age, when you speak up and you don't speak up the way they want you to speak up, you're disrespectful. You're very rude. Our little boy is very rude. It's all right. But I'm glad that we're in America and we were fortunate enough to go to an institution that told us, hey, you can speak your mind, but do it respectfully.
Yes.
Even if people don't think it's respectful, as long as you speak it from a place of respect. And don't get me wrong, sometimes I do it to poke the bear because that's my nature.
Yes.
But what I would say is,
and I like that.
Well, you know that what you can do to everybody.
What I would say is, moving forward, the action of the board has actually helped contribute to where we're at now. So I hope this new board we have use this as a lesson that whenever there's a chaos in the community, they need to be impartial. Because that's why they are elected.
Mm-hmm.
They are like the courts.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not about, oh, this president appointed me, so I have to take side. No. You have to do your due diligence for the people of the community. So, you know, I don't agree with everything they've done, but I appreciate their service, their willingness to volunteer. I rest my case.
Thank you. Same question go to Famdi. Famdi, the board, the action was taken to the board for the board to act, and even when it came to time, sometime Robert Carey, the man, the Secretary General of this committee, the Fed Disenchanted, and he took a problem to the board for the board to resolve when it comes to Mr. Richard P. Boyer, who sat for almost 6 months, did not go to meeting, and then the president said he took the blame. And the problem, the complaint was taken to the board, to the former board, and the board took side and said Mr. Carey was wrong. What is the recommendation to the board?
See, the issue of the board, they are men of wisdom.
The board was headed by initial judge. Initial judge, the chairman, and Mr. Harry Momo Family was the Secretary General. Before people feel that it's conflicting, the current board is different from the former board.
So the former board, they have men there, men and women of wisdom. I have dealt with them. Even though there are few people on that board that use their personality to influence decisions if they want it for you or they don't want it for you. I'm talking from experience. All of you talking about the board. You never faced that board before. I have faced that board. Numerous amount of time. And sometimes as a young man, I leave and I question the judgment. But one person I respected on that board, I will say it without no fear and favor, is the initial judge. It's very collective. When you're speaking, initial judge is listening to you a lot. I will talk 40 minutes and he will tell me what his analysis are. But there's one disappointment in the decision when it comes to carry issues. When you call a meeting, if I'm a father of my 2 children, they are fighting and they can't get along. And I know if I tell either or that you are wrong, the other one will feel bad. And I tell the other one you are right, the other one will feel bad. I will cook a nice dish, place it in front of everybody will eat, and I make them to hug each other. I'm not going to ask for a lot of explanation. I am not going to ask you where. But according to reliable source, they said in that meeting, one of the board members told Kerry, say, Kerry, you've been doing the thing for long, at your last bus stop. Are you not enhancing? Are you not exacerbating the situation? You are. If that happens, that's a serious problem. And that's the nomenclature of the issue that led to Kerry saying, since we are living in the country of law, we are guided by laws, we are guided by bylaws. If you think this is my last bus stop, I can go further to prove strength. So neutrality, impartiality should be the headline of the day. Not to be sentimental because you have people. And that's the thing. That's the thing. That's the thing. This association, whether our brothers are talking about, this association, even the new body appointed, they put no young men there because they feel you have to get gray hair and be here or be or that or be on the board. But what am I saying this is that the previous board, they make some mistake and they drop the balls. They drop the balls. Because you could see anybody in their own inclination. This thing, you don't have to be a nuclear scientist to know, Fede looking that this thing was going to end up different if it's not handled. Because the society is polarized, right?
It's true.
If I get mad today, I will get supporters.
It's true.
And people already know that their administration won and they were proceeding wrongly for the inauguration money. So we look, other people are sitting there waiting for something to hang on. You don't want your Secretary General to go. Secondly, in this community, one of the highest positions to get when you run for election to get a good Secretary General that can keep document. You train somebody who have been keeping document and keeping records and utter the gains and red letter, do everything on time for somebody who will be baking to come to meetings. You prefer to gamble out of us. So why am I saying this? We have a long way to go, but the board was part of the problem. I don't want to take it like, oh, because sometimes you may have wisdom, but you may make the board was part of the problem. The same way today are in studio people saying I was part of the problem.
Yeah.
So I listen to the people, I digest it, it's part of my records. And when Jeremiah Election Commission here, this thing happened. Some people keep it in their mind. It's like a computer. The same way with the board. Where they handle the issue, it's in the mind of people. You cannot be partial in these kind of cases. And that's what happened. So the board made some errors in proceedings.
You're right.
Thank you very much. Let me, Logan, hold on 1 minute. Let me ask Abba Momba, the vice president. Mr. Momba, is the secretary?
All right, so before you ask Aber, so if you just joining us, you are on the Logan's Hour. It's already 1:04 in Liberian. I know too many of you been sending me texts. So want to say thank you for joining us, and you can also join us again on Thursday. But on Thursday we have the pastoral council. They will be here talking about the plan program they have coming up to pray for the community. So Pastor Johnny contacted me yesterday. They will be here to talk about what they have coming up on Thursday to pray for the community. So stick and still. Don't forget you are here with us.
Thank you very much. That was very beautiful. I must admit, we are in a Mercedes Benz. You know, when a yellow just put you down, Mercedes pick you up. That's a good thing. Thank you very much. Abba Momba, there's the issue. The question to you is the Secretary General of the Liberian Association wrong with the lawsuit? Question to you.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You know, there are few people I admire in this community, and Mr. Kerry is one of them. Because he's a man of law and order. He's a man of standard. And we as young people, including myself, we look up to people like that. And, you know, deep down in the head of this leadership mind, I know he knows whatever they're doing to Mr. Kerry is wrong. They know that. He knows that. But sometimes, like I said, I'll go back to this. When you have bad people around you as a leader, you make decisions you don't want to make, but you have to please those people because you want their support. So to answer your question, Mr. Kerry is not wrong. I support Mr. Kerry 100%. And if this is going to cause people not to like me, that is fine. But I will always stand for what is right. I rest my case.
Thank you very much. From D, I got a question for you. We want change in this community. Is a lawsuit a change for the Liberian people in this community?
Dynamically, it's a change. You know why I say it's a change?
Go ahead.
The next time, let me tell you, you know, if people, those that have been here long, they are listening, they will know that LAI, Liberian Association in Indiana, is actually changing gradually and fast. The things people used to do and get away with it so easily, it's not happening any longer.
It's true.
The media, we are giving information because there are some people that have been listening about talking about this lawsuit, that have been hearing from one arm. One arm. The manufacturer of propaganda and fake news, one arm. Because they are within. But when we have diverse views of people on the issues, Kerry is an eye-opener that, you know, some people, they were not brave that Kerry back then. They said they have our hand go to perfect key.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kerry said, you know what? I will hold a bull by a horn and challenge the process. Even if Kerry lost this case, it takes nothing from him. But anybody that proceeding in leadership will be like, I don't want to go to lawsuit. They can sue where you are now.
Yeah, that's precedent case.
Yeah, it takes one person sometimes in a country, in a state, or in a family to stand up to dictator or stand up to people who are one. You can be in a gathering. We like with what we call group psychology. Once you all are part of the group, then you find. Sometimes, as a chemist from my background, when we do experimental data, there's something we call outliers. Sometimes it's good to be the outlier, the neglect. The outlier is the data that answer the actual data.
Yeah.
Then so you have to do what we call modify intention to treat to bring that outlier inside. So right now, everybody stigmatize Kerry and making an outlier. But there are other people that are looking through the lens and say they got brave. The next time somebody do something, I can do redress.
Yeah.
I can go back to the court. Instead of me fighting the leaders in meetings, I will give you the history. I'm not trying to put people out there. When C.R. Father Brown was president of this association, let me give you some historical setting. Yeah, come for special tutorial because you say you've been here, you've been contributing more. I hope you're listening for special tutorial because you were calling Colombo Zina and Anthony Gabriel, and who sat around the table, your forefathers. But Anthony Gabriel, by tradition, he's my cousin. So even though I call him uncle for respect, why am I saying this? When C.R. Father Brown was president, there was a meeting I attended with OAR. My uncle that called on the show and a few other guys, she said she would kick them outside. And that day, that whole meeting went in a disarray. She said she would even call police. At that time that they approached, they were using. And when it came to panel, as why they say property was vandalized and we all were victims. I said my car got bust that doing that time, all the stuff. It came to that somebody who was scared, say I will use perfect key so that they can see me. Or in our modern time, Kerry say, I will go through the law. And the law is not our enemy. The law is our friend. We all abide by the law in the United States. So why carrying your case to the court? It's bad now. So
thank you.
It's good that he made that decision.
Thank you very much. Time fast spent. We say we believe in the cost-benefit analysis. That's cost people taking the benefit that is derived. I think Mr. Logan, do you have any question?
Yes. Thank you so much, my host SYZ. So my question now will leave from all of the community matters now, because I think we have exhausted everything, reaching from the lawsuit and withdrawal from the bank account. It's just the same thing we are summarizing here. So my question will go to Jeremiah first, then we'll come back to Albert. I know Albert, man, you know when you're on a show with everybody and you've been quiet for some time, you can be like, but what's happening? You better even come to me. So I'll go to Jeremiah first.
By a little brother on the show, it's an honor to be around big brother. Then it's an honor.
That's it. That's it. So now this is my question to you, Mr. Jeremiah Saleh. What role do you think younger generation can play in sharing the future of our Liberian community of Indiana? In shaping the future of the Liberian community of Indiana?
Yeah, Mr. Logan, that's a very, very beautiful question. Even though we discuss all of the harsh and critical issues here today on the show, but this question is more of unity. So I will speak to it of unity. Let me tell you, the young people can unite this community if they choose to. It's a choice. Yeah, you have some bad ones. You will have some that want to be the center of the stage all of the time. But it's okay for them to be the center of the stage as long as we get our goals accomplished. We should not get in unnecessary competition that will not benefit us. The success of Philip Logan should be my success. The success of SYG should be my success. We should come together. We should sit around the round table. We should tell the hard truth. Philip, he did something to me. I didn't like it. Without no personal feeling. And we should sit around the table and say, SYZ, you did something back then I didn't like. How can we move forward? We must design a strategy. We should not shy away from our responsibility. We are the future leaders of this community. We must say to each other, we are responsible for the fall of this community. Like Kelly Carter, my own good friend. Kelly myself, everybody know me and Kelly did a door and cat.
Yeah. But and you want to look in your face and say,
yeah, he always tell me that. He always tells me that. And I respect that. You know, people who know me back then, as well as you know what the country club back then, that's a small thing. When Kelly tell me that thing, I'll be vexed. You see, people can call, you can call the show, you tell me what you want, tell me you go. Nobody see Jeremiah getting angry. That's growth and development.
It's true. Let me openly confess, I'm proud of you because when I came to the time, you were a little, you was a little, should I say amateur?
Yeah.
And with all of our friendship, I look in your eyes and I complain. And the boy asked me to read my complaint. And some of the words in my complaint were so harsh. And I look in your face, I pronounce the words. Yeah, I could see you in your seat. You like, I wish I was there here to punch you in.
yeah. And Philip, I would say one thing to you is when you're growing up, you should have a listening ears.
It's true.
A lot of people used to tell me Jeremiah rule boy, Jeremiah rule kid, Jeremiah rule this. You see, Peno told me, he said you get a lot of good character wasted, but your emotion can destroy you.
That's true.
It's not only Peno on one. I had a lot of people in my circle that say, Jeremiah, you're too good. You're good at teaching this, you're good at helping people, but you don't have a good temperament. You don't have a good emotions. And people don't believe it. It's stuck at the back of my mind. Sometimes you have to really poke my bear now these days before I really get aggravated. And you know why? Because it's good to have people to tell you, Jeremiah, you're temperamental.
It's true.
It's good because the more it rings, the more you courteous. So we should be able to do the same for each other. That's why he saw me one time on IEPR campus. When he and myself had a serious dispute, he came to me and said, if you're not moving by me, I'll call police. You know what he told me? He said, you politician and you calling police, the two can cut that thing, they will come back. In my face. Even though I was mad. But, you know, these days I can tell people I'm not there yet, but I grew a lot.
Yeah.
I have a perfect working relationship with people these days than ever before.
I can sense that too.
And I try hard to give people the benefit of the doubt before I come out of them. You see, some of the people, some of my friends' name I call here today, we all been cool. We all stay cool. But they will not believe that I was going to come out today and be very harsh. But because I gave you a year plus to do your work, to do well, you didn't do it. You know, so I was saying, just to conclude this, conclusively conclude. Conclusively conclude is that SYZ, you are the next leader. Philip, you're the next leader. Nothing should make us to shy away from this community
It's true.
because we affect ourselves. Philip, I'm going to tell you one thing. I told Abarat, I said I learned something from Philip. I was a campaign chair for Bala. When we lost the election, we left Rufus 30 times. We were so angry. We were so vexed that Rufus 30, like we don't have a place in society anymore. That me, I used to be very Rufus 30 says, so that I just want Papa the Brabi. But sometimes it's good to be humble and courteous when you do issues. When you handle people. Because everybody watching you. People are looking at you, your behavior patterns. But people that Rufus never get very me. One thing that surprises me after the election, I did my house opening Rufus came. I ain't invite you. He show up. He brought gift. I say, I don't let the baby be show up to my house. But I had to throw away him that time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So why am I saying this? Growth and development come with progress, come with emotions. So some of our brothers are emotions that get petty, that don't want to see their friends when their friends disagree with them. It will take time for them to get to our level. We can't throw them away. Yes. Tomorrow we'll be talking about this thing, we'll be laughing with them. Let's give each other the benefit of the doubt. Let me give SYC the benefit of the doubt. Let me give Faith the benefit of the doubt. Let me support Faith for the quest. When Faith loves something, let me support him. Let me not bring him down. Because my brother, a crab mentality takes us nowhere.
It's true.
I can get all my PhD and FAMD. I can get all this tattoo. If I don't humble myself, I will not get to the top. I know that in the back of my mind. If I don't conduct myself in a right way to treat people right, they won't. You see me? The only reason sometimes I talk harsh to some of my brothers because of the ungrateful plague they show to us. You come behind, you show your hands to them, you go in public, they demonize you. That's why some of us are a little bit hostile. But when you come around, I told somebody before I rest, I told SYZ and this man, I say, I get one respect for Philip. Philip lose an election. He and myself had a better time. That night I was surprised he put a message in the group chat with a letter conceding. Yep. I said, maybe the guy just doing it here because I do it before in the past. So I said, the guy just doing it here just for cover all. He still comes and play football with all.
Yes.
The things that are happening in this regime is that Philip was the president and we're beating him today, some people will be clapping.
Oh, yeah.
Today is the time. They're all angry. They can't sleep.
That will be out the way.
Thank you.
They don't want for, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
You said it all. You did extremely well. And I want to take this open medium to apologize to our brother, Philip Seyeninga Logan.
But you want I will address a question first before you come in?
Yeah, you can just conclude now.
No. Jeremiah hit the nail on the head. Everything you said, I concur. Just one message to Yan.
And after this one,
I was saying one thing. Just one message to Yan. Yan, you gotta stop your behavior, man. Your being a hypocrite is very really bad look. What you did today will be used against you when you ever decide to run for president in the community. Keep that in mind.
Thank you very much. This is the thing. I must applaud you, Mr. Logan, to be very audacious. I'm on this show. I will be very blunt to the point. During the campaign, during the elections, we said a lot of things against you, Mr. Logan, but you proved to us as a leader. To be honest, people who even are campaign for, when I go wrong, when I say on the media, I'm the Bugume. In Liberian 10, I'm the bad guy. And I just believe in transparency, and that's why I say these things. You know, I call Logan all kind of names.
Yeah,
to be honest.
And surprisingly, I don't understand insults.
At the end of the day,
I don't know the meaning of it.
At the end of the day, after we won the election, I saw Philip Logan with the camera. I was astonished. I called Joseph. I said, "Come and see Philip Logan."
Even you, like president, came into the bathroom and said you lost the election, gave the people a gift.
Okay. I saw him with the camera. I told Joseph, I said, "Is that Philip Logan?" He said, "Yes." I was astonished. And I'm going to say this to you. Keep the hard work.
Thank you, man.
If and only if in the future you ever decide to go back, count on me. openly. I say it.
Thank you.
Let
That's a
us
nice
kick.
one.
Let us kick.
That's a nice
I
compliment.
will be a militant, even though I never do, but I will. Rufus is a witness.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Penner. Mr. Penner say
Before you go,
he's
let me
out.
ask my last question, my last and final question to the panelists. I'm going to start with Albert and then go to Jeremiah. After Jeremiah, we're going to be concluding on this.
Yeah,
show.
that's good. Because we got 3 hours, 19 minutes.
And Philly, I only got to sleep 3 hours. I get
What
patient
is the
tomorrow.
way forward
I only
for
sleep 1.
unity
Yeah.
in this community? I reiterate, Abba Moba, what is the way forward for unity in this community? Be it old, young, or Liberian stage, what is the way forward?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, man, we can sit here and say this and that, but we are all Liberians, and you know, we won't agree on everything. You know, that's the nature of being a human, having our own thinking. So one of the things, you know, is for us to compromise. You know, extend olive branch over to the other side, Mr. Kerry. Mr. Kerry, I don't think if this administration reached out to Mr. Kerry and say, hey, let's talk this, you know, over the table, I don't think Mr. Kerry will say, you know, no. I don't think so, at least. But we need to reconcile. We need to have discussions, and we need to stop listening to people who are just out for chaos, want to show strength. If you are a strong man, you don't need to show strength.
Yeah.
You don't need to show strength. Only weak people try to show strength. And what this tells me, there's a lot of weak people around the president giving him advice. So until we humble ourselves and come together as Liberians, we will always be in chaos.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let me go to from D. From D, this is a question to you. I'm going to reiterate the question. What is the way forward for unity and growth in this community? Be it Liberian stage, young and old.
I mean, I don't want to waste my audience time. Abba has said it all, and I concur with him. So I agree with him. I agree with him 100%.
Thank you. Mr. Logan, I want to say again on this medium, I say thank you. Thank you for bringing me to this show. Even though I'm fired, the flyer that was posted, I'm fired on Open Table. It's a public service announcement to those that honor my voice, honor the voice of the Logan Hour. XYZ, the greater XYZ, have been fired on Open Table. I'm no longer in a taxi. I'm doing an application for the Mercedes Benz.
Thank you so much, Mr. SYZ. You know, I want to use this time to also say a very big thank you to my dear friend and brother, Jeremiah Saleh. You know, today, a lot of people during the election, they felt Jeremiah Saleh myself to fall out. And you see, one thing about me that people don't understand, anything I do right now, I do it right now for the moment. After the moment, I'm done. I don't take it nowhere again. I don't keep it at heart. I will see you, we will talk. You'll be pumping your chest up. I don't see it. My wife can be like, what's going on? But things don't move me. It happened. We done. Ask Albert when do the election, the most annoying person in the whole election. I can tell you, I'm hiding there. I say there right here. The most annoying person in the whole election are Albert. Yes, and Albert has a little way to poke you. Yes, and I used to come home. I can't be like, excuse me for my expression. I said, "It's shop picking here." You get my nerves. Yeah, to the point where I don't keep things. But we'll go Saturday morning to go practice. Then when I see the picking, I say they picking here. I will show myself to the picking. To the point where when I score all thinking I'm trying to defend my goal, the picking can score all outside again. I said, "Bro, don't picking perfect point on me." Yeah, so and trust me, everybody played a role. I really truly admire everybody role they played during the election time. You see, Jeremiah Saleh, he's one of the person who did extremely well. Extremely well. When Jeremiah was appointed, he reached out to me. He said, brother, hey, your man appointed me to this position. I too busy. I told him, I said, my man, serve your community. Serve your community.
Yep, 100%, yes.
Yes, he must have a conversation.
Not cutting you off. As soon as the election started, they accused me of you and myself being friends, so I'm going to cheat for you.
Yes.
I was in a seesaw for
Yeah,
almost.
I was one of those. I was one of
Yes.
those. People. I
They
was one of
say,
those.
oh, Jeremiah,
Yeah.
at 2 minutes, if finish is a done deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was one of those. I even said that the man could not. I said there was collusion even in the appointment.
Yeah.
I said that.
And even at a certain point in time when some of my people, you in the election period, you have your followings, you have people who so loyal to you and don't want to see things going the other way. And when Jeremiah was taking some decisive decisions, they were angry. But I told them, I said, if I were in the same position, trust me, I could have taken similar position. Like right after the airport, I parked in front of the terminal. I came by, the guy had a ticket for me, $170 some more. And he said, if you are in my position, what would you have done? I said, I'm going to write you ticket. He said, you're a smart guy and you a fair guy.
Yeah.
And he get my ticket, I go in my car, I laugh.
Yeah.
It's life reality. Jeremiah found himself in a position that he needed to be fair. Regardless, everything we're discussing here, how maybe somebody had issue with some financial issue, but Jeremiah do not have the evidence. He can't hold the person to say you will not participate.
I'll be personal.
And moreover, this was just a community election. That's why I don't take it too serious, because I know after the election, we all won. The only thing that makes it so different sometimes, like family, good friends turning apart because of community election. I come on my show, I say what I have to say. You go on your platform, you say what you have to say. Mutual respect. When you meet me to function, shake hands, let's discuss what happened. My man, that thing you said about me, like my friend Jeremiah and myself, when we had our heated argument in the chat, cheering myself.
Yeah.
He sent him right out, I sent my right out. And I need attention with that. When we met for my feet, I walked to him. I said, my man, what's up? He said, yeah, I said, you hit me high, I hit you high. He bust out laughing. I said, that's it.
That's it.
Because I think where we keep it, I sent out advice the other day, and let me repeat it here since you guys here, and this is by far the biggest show we have had in the community so far.
Thank you.
Our women, please, I always say to my wife, don't fight for me.
I know we all guys.
Don't fight for me. Don't fight for me.
We all guys.
Yeah. Sometimes when I see people comment and she won't go there to say, oh, don't fight for me.
Brennan Alpha, please leave me alone.
I can pick up my own ammo and take my own battle. Because the way I will handle it, the way I will comprehend what a person wrote, you will be emotional. Don't do it. Don't fight for me. I know some of my men will be hating me. They will call me names. Let them call me names. I can address that. That's why my hair big. It can feel nobody more.
Yeah.
But when your woman taking your battle for you, that's why it becomes personal. Because when you respond to your friend's wife, they mean the battle is between you and the man now because you not respond to his wife.
Yeah.
That's why I always tell my wife, don't respond to my friends when they're talking to me because I wanted to respond to you in any way that will hurt you. They mean I have to go after the man.
Yes.
So our other sister then that in the community chat room, when your husband and come here or when we go by then, please don't get into the fight. Yes. Because you can tie our hand too. Because we ought to respond to you because me, I'm causing you now. Yes. They're your husband and my friend. Please, I'm my own advice there. Go ahead, great SYC.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think this is time we have come to our conclusion. We will go to Abba Mumba to give a parting statement, and then we go to Jeremiah Sele to give his parting statement. Abba Mumba, Vice President, Indiana University, Purdue University of Indianapolis.
Yeah, gentlemen, Mr. Logan, I just want to say thank you for having me on your show today. You've proven yourself, man. I can't even say too much. It only takes a little for me to gain respect for people, and you have exceeded that. A great platform. Thank you, Mr. XYZ, the greatest. You're my brother for life. So,
I got you, brother.
When people try to think they can intervene, I just laugh. They don't know what we've been through. Jeremiah Sele, there's no word to describe our relationship. You are more than a brother to me. So I'm happy to be on this platform with you as your little Peking, as we say in our Liberian terms.
Yeah.
All the discussion today was very necessary, and I hope the administration take ears to what we discussed today, moving forward, so we can come to one unity. Because at the end of the day, it's all about the community and our people. So God bless LAI, and I hope everyone have a great night.
Thank you very much. We switch the pendulum to Fam D.
So before Mr. Jeremiah Chick and Sele come in, don't forget, those of you watching, on Thursday we will have the pastoral council. They will be here talking about the prayer for the community. So please tune in. And on Friday, don't forget, we have Professor Pele and Fasia Hilton, they have the TGIF. And who knows, coming soon, probably you will see the SYZ show.
Yeah, the greater to be around.
Who knows? So just keep your eyes open for that. But if you don't know where you are on there.
Yes. The Logan's hour, the motivational hours. I like that. Thank you very much. That's why I say I'm in the Mercedes already. I got fire so bad until I got in the Mercedes, no problem. Go ahead, Afandi.
Yeah, so General guys, it was a nice show. Like I said, since 2024, for some reason, I don't know. I don't know. Fidel is older than me, so let he tell me because I just getting more elderly and always home sleeping, resting. I don't know if it's normal or that just me.
No, that is you.
Yeah, so yeah.
I get up every day since I gotta do my running on my treadmill. Some days in, brother, I can just say I even want to go.
Yeah. So the energy we have is not like that. So we gotta be very strategic in our approach to life and to proceed in a very courteous way.
That's true.
Yeah. I want to say this: opening that humility is strength.
It's true.
Humility is strength. Always give people the benefit of the doubt. Allow people to view you how they want to view you.
Mm-hmm.
You know yourself more than what people think you are.
Yeah.
You know your own story and you can read your own scripts and how people think your script should be written. I'm a testimony to struggle. But one thing God never took away from me is my voice.
Yeah.
People who know me, they know me. I can be in a dungeon, but if you're doing wrong to SYZ, I will speak it to you. In our society, people don't like such. They like followers. I'm a follower, but if I'm following you and you're going to mislead me, go by yourself. I am not going to walk that path with you because I want to be held accountable for my own sin. And there are a lot of people that are taking other people's burden to be their burden, other people's problems to be their problems. This community have a potential. I can tell you that for sure. If you analyze our youth base, the kind of things we're doing as youth in this community, young men, if we can just sit and rethink in the Midwest, Indiana can be number one. We have a lot of good youth. We have some of them, they are good writers, some are good speakers, some are mathematicians, some are engineers, some are media. But what we're lacking is the glue, the magnet for us to come together. Quite too often, we have this myth that when you older, you can lead. You are wise, so you can lead. But then we did not revert to history.
It's true.
So we disappoint ourselves. Because there are other people that are leading SYZ at your age. There are other people that are run a decision-making table at your age. We are never too small to lead. And I want to say to Philip, thank you. With all of our disagreement in this community, you have never refused to answer my phone, to give me a platform. We have disagreed bitterly. Our own history, not our history from our enemy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But that's true.
Yes.
That's true.
But we can rock and pull, but that mutual respect for each other is there. And that what make us men. SYZ, everybody thought that me and SYZ will never sit around to talk.
Yeah.
Because the men say are doing, so you got to do 10 times of what I did. It was too overburdening.
Yeah.
He said you got to pay, say 100 times because he's a bad politician. It got to me. I say, what kind of man you call brother? You eat together, you wear the same clothes, you go play football, you every day you clash back and forth. How could they man treat me like this? But you see,
Yeah.
when you died, those that bury you, they didn't want to put your clothes on you. You don't put it on yourself.
There you go.
If you're gone, they pry you walking away and put your shoulder in the air and you think you're better than people. And you're so arrogant and so egotistic. When you die, the same people will have to come and make decision how much to collect for you.
You're right.
So let's try
You're
to
right.
get respect for each other regardless of our status.
Mm-hmm.
I told somebody before, one of the person I'm very close to in this community is Abad. And I really, really admire Abad. Let me tell you, say publicly today, Abba is the little brother I never had.
Yeah, Abba is cool. Trust me.
The little brother I never had that I can be in school in foot wing. I like to say, give a man flower when he's alive.
True.
Abba, I say, Abba, please go pick up Somaya, my daughter, from cheerleading. She's supposed to be there by 5:30. Abba will leave his job and take her. That's the brother I never had. Abba is the person I can call, will be on the phone to 2 a.m. in the morning, and it will be funny. Abba can be giving me advice. Sometimes giving me advice, some issues, some things, and stuff like that. And like SYZ is my brother.
Yeah, the greatest.
He just have an own trust issue with me.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, brother, wrong.
Yeah.
And me are doing. So sometimes he not trust me, I not trust him.
Yeah.
But that does not take away from us sitting around the table and making real logical decisions that will move our community forward.
It's true.
Let's come together, brother. Let's mitigate. To
I
all of our
appreciate it.
followers and the young people, I want to climax this.
Mhm.
I saw a lot of young people ready in the chat room. I want to encourage you that though this administration is proceeding the way we didn't expect it to proceed, all of the young people are listening to my voice in radio land. Don't feel discouraged. Don't stay away. Pay your dues. In America, when the government change it to a bar, we pay our taxes.
It's true.
Please pay your dues. But let us stand up. Let's pick one person and say we trust that person. Or let's pick one group and say, let's try it. If we fail, we'll be the CDC. But we'll not fail. We promise. Thank you very much. And have a nice day in Radio Land.
Thank you so much, Honorable Jeremiah Saleh. So it's just like what Abba said, everything that has to do with leadership, what we have been suffering for, is what the late Dr. Miles Morose just summoned right into his leadership quote here. He said, leadership is a capacity to influence others through inspiration, motivated by passion, generated by vision, produced by your conviction, and ignited by your purpose. It just summoned everything a leader needs. Because if a leader is not motivational, he cannot inspire you, you can follow him. If you don't have a vision, it means he's going nowhere. If you don't have a conviction, then it means no need to even be serving. If you don't have a purpose, then the whole thing scatter. So Abba was saying it, but I just try to bring that to Miles Morocco to just somewhere he was trying to say. Thank you so much. Abba, go ahead.
No, I already.
Yeah, that's why he left now.
They're the greatest time.
Yeah, thank you very much. I just want to, it's a public service announcement. I want to reiterate again. I'm fired. I want for the people to know. I'm going to say this. I want for the community and the rest of the world to understand that I am no longer reachable. I'm fired. I'm looking for a job. If the tester put you down, Mercedes, please hire me. I want to be a Mercedes driver now. I in the traffic. I mean, in the traffic, in the taxi, in the yellow taxi. But
yeah, I can have my own. I told you, you got Monday, you got Tuesday, you got Saturday. All those days are vacant. You can find one and just create your show. We can make all your promo video and everything with chunk in there.
Thank you very much. I like that. Anyway, without further delay, I think we'll come to rest. We got to put this show to an end right now because time fast spent. If we our listing in Liberia, I think it should be almost 2 something or going 3 in the morning. I just want to say to the community members, to the president of this community, I want you to lead and lead very well because we are masquerading the corridor to bring peace and to promote you, or you are there already. Don't listen to what other people that are very close to you saying, because it is the people will you should listen to the will of the people. It is not the way of your friends, the way of the people. And if you are listening very well, Mr. President, Mr. Julius Parker, I want to say this to you. We shouldn't have been to court. Issues should have been resolved close to. We wouldn't even know, we the community dwellers, it should have just been done among the administration, among you guys. But because of lack of listening, Mr. President, now you go down in history as the first president to go to court along with initial judge. And these things are not called for. My advice to you is whenever this is over, I want you to leave and leave very well. We love you. I love you very well. If I didn't love you, I wouldn't have run your campaign. But I love you. But it's just one thing we disagree on, and that is trust, accountability, transparency, corruption. That's why I stay away. Today, I'm not serving you because I'm feeling disenchanted. Because I love my people. I love the people of this community. That's why I stand in the gap between corruption and love. But I'm not against you, Mr. President. My message to you, I want you to listen and listen very well. I'm not a coward. It's a coward that many times before they are deaf. The villain takes devil once. Of all the ones that seeing that devil necessary will come where it shall come. That's why I'm here on open table show you my face.
Open table again?
Yeah, but the man will take some time. You take some time.
Well, I'm sorry again. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's why I'm here in the Mercedes discussing the issue. Anyway, I don't want to talk too much now because I'm making error. I'm going back to Texas instead of being Mercedes. But I'm sorry. Mr. Logan, go ahead.
Let me give my parting. So before I give my parting here, let me use this time to spread this message here. The Christian Leaders Association of Indiana, in collaboration with the Liberian Association of Indiana, presents 3-day community fast and prayer. Lord, heal our community from 2 Corinthians 7 verses 14, March 22nd to the 24th. So it starts this coming 22nd. The 22nd will be on which day, sir? Let's see here. March 22nd. Today's the 19th. So the 22nd will be on Friday. Ends on Sunday. So the hours of prayer, it will be daily. So it's going to be on Sunday, March 24th, 2:30 p.m. to 4 o'clock p.m. Then Friday and Sunday is going to be on March 22nd to the 23rd, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 5 p.m., 6 p.m. So they're going to be at the Life Connect Center, 6213 La Paz Trail, Indianapolis, Indiana, 46218. The venue, La Paz Trail. So wait, I see two venues here. Life Connect Church, La Paz Trail. Then I see another venue here for Green Pasture. So the Sunday service will be at Life Connect. Then the prayer service on Friday and Saturday will be at Green Pasture World Outreach International, Lighthouse Church Assembly, 4903 South High School Road, Indianapolis, Indiana, 46221. So for other information for live service session, you can just contact 317-603-1496 or 317-701-6574. So thanks to everyone who follow us here today. For me, I ain't got much to do when it comes to partying, but I just want to say to Mr. Parker, our deepest condolences. We know you are bereaved, and currently the person who is in charge of the administration is Mr. Richard Boyer from the communication. President Porter that he will return back as president on the 3rd of August. So currently Mr. Boyer is the acting president. But I just want to add to what Jeremiah Silly said. Jeremiah Silly gave a parable here. The community is resting in your hand as the leader. That's why in law, they got something they call respondeat superior. The leader will take the blame for his subordinates. And Jeremiah said in his parable, there's the thing in the box. Whether it is there or it is alive, it depends on who holding that thing. So the old people can say, the papa got a bird in your hand. And he actually said the bird in my hand, is living or is dead. When you say that bird is living, the papa will squeeze it with die. When you say that bird is die, when you say this bird is dead, the papa will open your hand and say, you see,
They're flying.
they're flying. So the answer to that is you that holding the bird, you can determine that bird fate.
Exactly.
So the fate of this community here, Mr. Parker, is not about your subordinates. They are your team player who is in line to your legacy.
Yes.
That's why those that are beyond you do not have legacy. They will not say Judah Parker or Richard Boyer administration. They will say Julius Parker administration. They will not call all your advisors' name. They will not even call the board chairman their name. They will say Parker's administration. So some of the decisive decisions you have to take when it comes for you looking in your friend's eyes and cutting off friendship with them for some time, do it. I can tell you, do it. Do it. That's why you see Mopo ain't like me. Even at a job, you can be my friend. You miss a step, I'll be ready you all. Then I finish ready you all. I'll call you. I said, "Mommy, that talk about you tell me that's it." But I will ready you out.
Yep.
Mr. Parker, it's about time that you take the high road. It's about time you take the high road. I think you've been playing too much softball. Now, after this bereavement, when you return to the community, we pray that you be strong mentally as well to take on the mantle of authority. Because I think too many people talking in your ears and leaders, when you play checks, Jeremiah, they can play checks. They can tell you that you can keep the queen in the middle of the time. You always push it on the side.
Yes.
So you can be listening to everybody saying. You have to listen. You go to bed and make your own decision. Oh, Mr. Parker, you are the man. Mr. Parker, don't let him make it. I'll let he be man over you.
Yes.
Mr. Parker, you are the president. Oh. There's no other position bigger than president.
Yeah.
So that's my own piece of advice there. Gentlemen, we have been here for some time.
Yeah.
We want to say to all of you following us from Liberia and Indianapolis and wherever, we say thank you so much for joining us. And until we meet again, we want to say bye-bye and good night.
Thank you very much.